of a convenience or gas station where we didn't have fake IDs. We would ask. And, it worked back in the 80s, 1 out of 2 or 3 times. But I remember we got arrested one time after the fact, and they were like, who bought it for you?
I don't know.
I was like, I can't remember his face at all.
Yeah,
I have
some
no
random
idea.
guy.
Rando dude. Well, I mean, you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. I mean, he's going to go to jail probably the rest of his life. I mean, how old was he? 65?
60.
60. Or you can rat out and not go to jail and end up with a bullet in you. So, or your neck slit or something like that. So, which one you want?
I asked somebody yesterday, is it going to be a pandemic? Is it going to be a meteor? Is it going to be AI? What's going to end our society one day? Here's another example of AI.
You said AI quite a while.
Keeps going the wrong direction.
I'll remind you guys that the woolly mammoths that we find are standing up, and some of them are eating. That are frozen in big bedrock of ice. So something happened while they were still standing.
There was a worldwide cataclysmic event. Would you agree with that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there was a worldwide cataclysmic event.
But I think a lot of people believe that it was something that actually impacted Earth, and then you get that fallout where you get the ice age, right? I mean, that's the most logical thing.
Yeah.
But these things are in mid-chew that we're finding standing up.
But you look at the Grand Canyon, they talk about like a meteor the size of a bus could wipe out a state. You look at the Grand Canyon, that impact would wipe out the world easily. That might be it.
Maybe so.
Art Scientific Minute here.
That's right. What is that brought to you by?
I don't know.
So when are we supposed to lose gravity again?
Oh, that was August 12th.
Yeah.
I didn't write that down.
I think it was August.
It'll
You're
come back
supposed
around.
to remind me when I can see all the planets, too. Write that down.
Oh, crap. I forgot to do that, too.
Yeah, that's sometime in February.
I don't
That's
save my
next.
show notes either. I throw this stuff away as soon as I tell you guys.
So here is the latest on AI. Companies already working on mass producing AI-powered bots that can complete simple household tasks. While most of these robots are clearly machines, one tech startup is seeking to make their newest product as close to human as possible, even making it give off body heat to mimic a real person. Now, Droid Up is a robotics company based out of Shanghai that specializes in designing and manufacturing humanoid robots. Its latest creation, named Moya, is going viral thanks to the uncanny resemblance to a real person. Now, described by Chinese news outlets as the world's first highly bionic robot, Moya is capable of realistic advanced humanoid movement and expressions that set it apart from others of its kind. Now, Moya's 5'5", she only weighs 70 pounds.
Wow, Moya needs a sandwich.
Now, users can switch out the bot's parts to give it a male or female build, change its hair, customize it to their whims. Droid Up adds extra layers of flesh-like padding beneath Moya's silicone frame to make it feel more human to the touch, even including a rib cage. Camera behind her eyes helps Moya track its surroundings and communicate with people. That's not all. Moya is also heated. Body temperature between 90 and 97 degrees. Now, speaking to the Shanghai Eye, Droid Up founder argued that a robot truly serves
It's bow time. The Bojangles Chicken Rice Bowl is back. Get dirty rice, slow-cooked Cajun pintos, cheese, and your choice of chicken for just $7.49. But order now. It's only here for a limited time. It's bow time. It's bow time. The Bojangles Chicken Rice Bowl is back. Get dirty rice, slow-cooked Cajun pintos, cheese, and your choice of chicken for just $7.49. But order now. It's only here for a limited time. It's bow time.
From driveways to interstates, accidents happen fast. The insurance company's response? Here's our offer. Take it or leave it. Leave it. Call Alexander Shannara Trial Attorneys. Over 250,000 clients. And no, they don't accept lowball offers. They fight, they win. Over $2 billion recovered. Call now for a free consultation. 659-777-7777 or alexwins.law. Physical office location, Birmingham.
Jim Dunaway, Lance Taylor, Ryan Brown. Live from the Birmingham Racecourse Casino Studios, the next round, presented by Bud Light, is on now.
Charles Barkley on the show today. We'll talk to Charles coming up to start hour number 2. So we're about 1 hour away from the round mound of rebound, a man with a statue at Auburn. We'll see if Bucky McMillan can get some compensation for his loss to Alabama. He's talking about that out on College Station. Bama plays tonight, but we start with Auburn losing last night to Vanderbilt. And I will start off by saying I may be overreacting to last night's loss, because the more I sit here and go over it, last night when the buzzer sounded at Neville Arena, I was like, man, this is a bad loss.
Oh, I'm right there with you. I am prepared to say this is a 50-50 bubble team right now. And I'll give you some numbers to back this up. Last year was different in the SEC. It felt different.
Yeah, it was different.
Well, even when you had a couple of 6 and 12s in Texas and Oklahoma that got into the NCAA tournament, and you had 2 teams in LSU and South Carolina, the only teams that weren't in, I think the national perception of this league is different this year, as well it should be.
It is.
There's not a top-end team. Now, Florida could end up being that team. Arkansas is playing well right now. Kentucky's playing well, but it doesn't seem like teams that can maybe win a national championship. 18-win teams getting at large is typically a difficult thing. And when you look at Auburn, they've got 7 games left. Now, they do have 4 quad wins, which is good.
Well, they get the second toughest schedule in the nation. They showed that graphic last night. That's going to help you.
That's right.
That's going to help. And I think it is really going to be on the committee how much they value strength of schedule. We will see this.
Oh, they always value it really good, though.
Typically.
Yeah.
But, 18 wins is 18 wins if they get to 18 wins. So sitting at 14-10, their final 7 games. I went through this. They're going to be underdogs at Arkansas and at Bama for sure. But the other 5 games, you're definitely favored over Ole Miss and LSU, but your coin flips against Mississippi State, Kentucky, Oklahoma. So you lose the 2 you're underdogs, you win the 2 you're favorite, then you got 3 games out there. What do you do in those 3 games? You go 2-1, you're sitting at 18 wins. You go 1-2, you're at 17 wins. I don't think 17 wins gets
17,
you in.
17, even with that schedule, that's going to be difficult.
I think 17 still gets them in, but
definitely bubble.
They have not lost a quad 4 game. They haven't lost a quad 3 game. They're 2-1 in quad 2s. They're 4-9 in quad 1 games. So they've played 13 Q1 games.
But you're 4-9.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. In basketball, it doesn't matter.
That's crazy.
So bad.
I know, but
you played the games. I mean, it rewards you, unlike football, it rewards you for playing the games. And we all know the Houston outcome was a one ball in hand. They should have won that game. That would have been, they'd be 5-8. That looks a little different.
That'd be huge with a win over Houston.
Yeah, but I don't even know how Michigan and Arizona can even count. I know they're Q1 losses.
That's right.
But they got their dicks kicked.
But by the 2 best teams in the country.
I know, but I'm just saying, I don't know how you can get any value out of that.
Well, you do, though, just by playing them. I mean, it makes no sense.
Yeah, it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, if I'm a committee meter, it's great that you schedule that, but you're not competitive in those games.
The problem is down the road is the schedule is like you just said, it's not easy. With Arkansas, Kentucky, and Alabama still out there.
No, that's a pretty easy schedule, actually.
I would, if we're going to play basketball courtroom as we seem to do in modern day basketball history,
a lot of that
I would say I offer Alabama's remaining schedule as Exhibit A.
No, it's the opposite of Alabama's. Alabama's got a very favorable remaining schedule. They've played the tougher part of their schedule. I mean, it's hard to say Auburn hasn't played the tougher part of their schedule because they've already played Florida on the road.
With a win. By the way,
they did win.
They've beaten Florida.
That's a big one.
They've beaten St. John's, and they've beaten NC State. Those will be good wins no matter what day.
Really good team they are playing left is Arkansas this weekend. I mean, Kentucky's playing good right now, but you get that game at home. And then you're at Alabama. Alabama's not in the same situation, but,
Yeah, but you're reeling off by looking at at all the bracketology. You're just now reeled off 5 seeds and 4 seeds.
Okay, so let me ask you this: you just said you thought it was a bad loss. So bad loss just aesthetically, or bad loss for what can happen at the end of the season?
I thought it was a bad loss last night. The more I sit here, I'm panicking. If I'm worried about Auburn getting into the tournament. I'm concerned about the team. Let's talk about the actual game on the court and why we're concerned about it. Brought to you by our friends at Woodhouse Day Spa. Our friends at Woodhouse remind you Valentine's Day is when? Oh, it's Saturday. What am I going to do, Brown?
You're late.
It's Saturday?
You're late. You got no hope. There's no hope. You're done now.
And not a big deal. I mean, even if
what?
you get up Saturday morning, you can go to birmingham.woodhousespas.com or just stop in, see Stuart and the great staff. Beautiful location, newly renovated over the last couple of years right there at the Summit Shopping Centers. Buy that gift card. Let the significant other choose from the 70 menu options there, the body massages, the waxing, the skincare, the nail services. They have got it all at the Woodhouse Day Spa. Voted America's best day spa since 2009. Again, stop in, tell them the next round sent you, or order 24/7 online. You got plenty of time to do it before Saturday. Birmingham.woodhousespas.com.
Okay, so here's why I'm concerned as I turned off the TV. They've lost back-to-back home games to Alabama and Vandy, 2 tournament teams. But there's something that just isn't blending with this team. Keyshawn Hall setting a lot at the end of the game last night. You're one of your more dynamic scorers because he's really hurting you when he's on the floor last night for some reason. It wasn't part of your best 5-man rotation. Here's Stephen after the loss to Vandy, 84-76 at home.
One of our biggest emphasis was really attacking the paint, and I thought we did that a lot tonight. And, I'm not, I thought we should have gotten to the foul line more in the first half, just based on how aggressive we were attacking downhill. I think, the lack of us getting to the foul line led to some frustration, and it kind of carried over. So we got to do a better job of controlling our emotions, not interacting with the officials as much because they have a tough job. And, I thought that last, 8 minutes, the group we had out there did a great job of really fighting back and putting us in a position to, cut it to 4, and we get a stop, and we have a shot to cut it to 2, and they did a great job executing down the stretch, and another disappointing result, but we continue to have great opportunities in front of us. We just got to find a way to, we got to improve, we got to get better.
I mean, nobody's more frustrated with that team than that guy right there.
And Dane Bradshaw, by the way, I didn't realize how much Chris Collinsworth Bradshaw has in his voice at times.
Oh,
I don't know if
kind
that
of
was,
noticed that.
Yeah, a little bit.
Now that you said it.
But, he brought up the fact that that Auburn was able to make that run without Keyshawn Hall. But, Keyshawn Hall's good. Tahaad Pettiford struggled behind the arc last night, but he's still really good. I mean, they've got a good team. Kevin Overton's really good.
I mean, you look at that team when they beat Florida in Gainesville, and you thought to yourself, all right, they've turned a corner. They've figured it out. All these new parts they're playing together. And last night they didn't look like they were playing. What's the rotation? 7, 8 people now.
It's 8. Yeah.
It's like they're playing 8 different storylines right now.
Yeah,
nobody's playing as a team.
They cut it to 4 late without Keyshawn out there. And I thought the big play was the foul that Steven was really upset with. And then Tahaad comes down, and it's in and out on that basket. And that was kind of the moment where you kind of knew it was over. But Vanderbilt controlled that entire game. They led for 56 36 of the 40 minutes.
Yeah. Well, Tyler Trent's a menace. I mean, that guy is an absolute menace.
Oh, really good. Yeah.
Tyler Tanner.
Tyler Tanner, I'm sorry. Tyler Tanner is an absolute menace. I don't know what you do with that guy. I don't know how you defend him. I really don't. Like, Pettiford couldn't stay in front of him.
Allen Iverson.
I mean, that's really who it would take. The guy is so quick. He is in constant motion. I don't know how he is as well conditioned as he is because he never stops moving. He is so fun to watch. Just a tremendous player to watch.
He averaged 5 points per game last year.
Yeah.
And, Bradshaw brought that up on the broadcast. Like, we don't talk enough about the development from under Byington from year 1 to year 2 for Tyler Tanner.
Yeah.
And, I mean, that dude ain't 6 feet tall. They list him at 6.
They list him at 6'0". There is no way he's 6'0".
And I think they include the Fletch hair, right?
Yeah, the 6'8" with the afro as Fletch was.
Yeah, he's 5'5" without it and 6 feet with the afro.
And they list him at 179. I don't think he's 179. I don't think he's either 6 foot or 179. I mean, that guy he's small, he's undersized, but he never stops moving.
Here's Stephen Pearl on Keyshawn Hall, last year's leading scorer in the Big 12, a big part of what Auburn does, not being in the game for basically the last half of the second half.
26 minutes for Keyshawn Hall, was not on the floor down the stretch. Seemed like it was after the technical foul that decision came to not put him back in. Can you kind of walk us through that a little bit?
Yeah, I just went with the guys that I thought put us in the best position to get back into the game, and we ended up cutting it to 4, and that group did a really good job of just grinding and fighting and clawing back in. And Vanderbilt did a really good job every time Key had the ball of just like plugging the paint, and made it really difficult for him. And our offense wasn't really in sync when he was on the floor, so wanted to give us a different look, and went with those guys. And I thought we had a lot of good minutes from Elijah. I thought Elijah played well. Obviously, he didn't shoot it great, but got 8 big rebounds, and was really aggressive. And it was just it was a coach's decision. I just wanted to go with the group that I thought was going to help us get back into the game.
That is the part that scares me, because as I sit there and watch that, and to his credit, and they brought this up, Dane Bradshaw was terrific bringing it up on the broadcast, that he wasn't over there pouting. He was over there, still being a good teammate, still engaged and everything. But, I mean,
sometimes that works, though.
Sometimes it does.
Yeah, I mean,
sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah, sometimes it doesn't. And I will say, though, Auburn played much better in the second half. Down 11 at the break. They only shot 32% in the first half. I thought they played much better in the second half. And let me say this. I think Auburn probably is an 18-win team. I think they're going to be on the bubble. I think strength of schedule probably gets them in. I'm just saying if they're 17 or less with what they've got remaining, it's going to be really dangerous. But I also want to bring up the fact that I think Stephen Pearl is doing a good job. This is the transition. You can compare it to what you've got from Nick Saban to Kalen DeBoer. Say what you want.
I thought of this last night.
But Bruce Pearl is the greatest coach in Auburn athletic history. Yeah. And you're his son, which to me puts much more extra pressure on you. The
100%.
nepotism angle, all that kind of stuff. So this transition is not going to be as smooth as a lot of people think. So, people can take their shots at Steven right now, but easily this can be a tournament team. And if not, they're going to be right there on the bubble. And if for whatever reason they don't get in, the naysayer is going to be like, job's too big for him. I'm not saying that at all. We knew it was going to be a difficult first year, and this could go either way, but the transition is much more difficult than a lot of people believe.
Yeah, it's so weird you brought that up because I thought of it last night. There aren't real parallels between Pearl and Kalen DeBoer, like career-wise, but just the difficulty of following that is what you're saying. And I felt the same exact thing last night. I was like, it's a difficult act to follow. I mean, the year Auburn is having right now, Scott and I, it's funny, we were talking about this yesterday. I was like, unfortunately for Steven, fortunately or unfortunately, I don't know, depending on, if you want to go glass half full, glass half empty, the Auburn fan base now, their expectation is make the tournament every year.
It should be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I told Scott and I were talking in a break yesterday coming back from the men's room, I was like, there was a time where making the tournament 1 every 3 years was good. And Scott said 1 out of every 3. He was like, there were years, it was like 1 out of every 6. But, I mean, you've taken a job now where the expectation is you're in the NCAA tournament or it's a failure.
Yeah, and to put that in perspective, Bruce Pearl's final 8 years, how many times did he miss the tournament?
Once.
One time.
Yeah.
Now, he missed 2020. That was a really good team. There were obviously COVID cut it short, but the year following 2020, 2021.
They were ineligible.
And I still think with the wins, losses, I don't think they were.
Yeah, who knows how it would have turned out if
But that was the only time. Yeah. So, I mean, Auburn fans did get used to not only going to the tournament, but obviously multiple Final Fours.
I would say this. I would say that when you look at this team, what is the bubble? I mean, Brown and I were talking about this earlier. What do you call the bubble?
Yeah, where do you have to
right
be in
now
projections?
in bracketology on ESPN Lenardi going into the game, they were 8th. And on CBSSports.com, their bracketology out today, they're still an 8 on CBS, so they're 8.
But let's remember, 8 to 10 is really kind of dicey area that
10 is the last 4 buys. 11's the last 4 in.
My point to Dunaway was.
So what's the bubble?
Here was my answer. We're February 11th. My point to Dunaway was February 11th. Anything in the 8-9 game or below is on the bubble. Now, if we're in the first week of March and you're in the 8-9 game projection, I don't think you're on the bubble anymore. You feel pretty safely in at that point. The bubble has moved down.
But with basically 4 full weeks to play.
Yeah, with a month to play, if I'm in the 8-9 game, I'm on the bubble because if I drop 2 games, I'm down to one of the low 10 seeds, which is 100% on the bubble at any time.
Yeah, you're definitely bubble adjacent.
Yes, I'm bubble adjacent.
But I think being on the bubble is teams around you also in your conference.
Yeah.
So, how many teams do you guys really believe get into the – I mean, last year was – it was ridiculous.
Well, right now, both the Big Ten and the SEC on both sides running about 10.
Okay, well, Auburn is 11th in the SEC standings right now, and I think 10 is probably the number. So,
I wrote down the SEC teams that are below them in the bracketology right now. Georgia, Texas are in the tournament below them. Missouri is out of the tournament but ranked below them right now too. So they're basically right there with Georgia and Texas. They're just ahead of Georgia and Texas.
So you guys would agree 4-3 probably in.
Yeah.
3-4 at 17 overall wins is dicey. Anything less than 3-4, there is no way they're
16 wins are not in.
Yeah.
Yeah, but with that schedule, then you're factoring in some losses that on paper you shouldn't have.
Now, what is going to
Probably.
be interesting is the Bediako factor. Back to your Bucky McMillan point, you know,
we got a whole.
I know,
whole show to
I
do.
get
Okay,
it, but
okay.
I'm just saying, you know, if Bucky's bitching about it, I'm sure Steven will ultimately bitch about it. If you get to 16, 17, 18 wins and you're on the bubble, why would you not bitch about it?
But one more thing that is concerning about this?
Yes.
About this loss. Auburn is now 3-3.
I will warn you that I'm about to play a Stephen Pearl soundbite talking about people panicking. Do you want to wait until after you hear this to
do that.
dial this back?
No, do that.
Just so
there's no dialing it back.
You're not a guy standing on top of the roof screaming at the stars and then Stephen calls you out here?
This is no panic. I'm just going to give you a number that is not debatable, okay? I'm going to give you a non-debatable number that is not panic. It's just a number that is a real number. All right.
Stephen Pearl last night after the loss about people doing what I was doing last night as he was saying this, panicking.
We got to stay consistent. Like I know, you know, people are going to be panicking right now, but you know, if you look going into this game, you know, based on our adjusted efficiency, we've been the second best team in our conference going into this game. You know, so while the results haven't been there, like this team has continued to get better. So we got to just trust what we're doing, but we also got to tweak some of the things that we're doing defensively to try and, you know, be a little more aggressive in some of the things that we're doing to give us an opportunity to make plays and not let teams be comfortable in what they're doing. You know, because you know we've shown that we've been able to win some games with our defense this year when our offense wasn't going, and we didn't do that tonight. You know, we shot 32% in the first half, and they shot 57%. So they did a really good job of executing in the first half, and you know our defense just wasn't as good as what it was in the last 10 minutes. So I got to do a better job getting these guys prepared, and I got to do a better job of making adjustments in game to give us a better chance to win these ones.
I mean, people are going to panic. I mean, it's just the way we're wired.
Once you got Tahaad Pettiford back, once he came back to school, even before Bruce retired, with Bruce or without, with Pettiford back, you thought to yourself,
you can build around him. Yeah, and you're going to be fine.
I don't care if we got 10 other new guys.
Yeah.
We got Pettiford back.
Now, I will say Auburn sitting at 5-6 in conference, 14-10 overall. When you look at the losses, there's no bad losses.
There were none.
I mean,
said that earlier.
Yeah, I mean, at Georgia, at Missouri, those aren't bad losses.
Nope. 2-1 in the quad 2, and they haven't lost a quad 3 or a quad 4. That's why their resume is solid.
Right. The undebatable number I was going to bring up, it is a number, so it is factual. And you tell me if it's a big deal or not. Auburn is now 3-3 in conference play at home. That used to be an impossible place to play, and it has lost that edge now.
Yeah, and on the other side, Vanderbilt 6-2 on the road.
That's crazy to think
I mean,
about.
who had Vanderbilt the first 20-win team in the SEC this year?
Now, you can go back and debate the Texas A&M thing. It's a worthwhile debate. That was a weird ending. At best, a weird ending. Certainly a controversial ending. But 3-3 at home in conference play. That used to be a place they never lost, and that magic is gone.
Okay, a couple of sponsors, and we'll hear what Bucky and Nate said about the Bediako thing from yesterday here in our opening segment. Staying on the clock to get to Charles Barkley at 10 o'clock show being brought to you by our friends at Kalshi, where, I hate to admit it, during the show yesterday, after, we I forgot what we talked about on the show yesterday, that all of a sudden, I still was able to get Auburn at 2.5 at Kalshi, so I jumped on it minus 2.5, and
I did too.
That was an L for me as I took a position on Auburn yesterday.
You never had to sweat it.
Yeah, that's true.
I never sweated it.
We're going to look at Alabama Ole Miss, so hold your thoughts on that.
I am not going to play.
Okay,
I'm not going to play another game in show today on Kalshi. I'll wait afterwards. Do I have some time to have a nice cappuccino in the afternoon and pour over my options and plays at Kalshi?
I invite you to do this. Download Kalshi and just go look at the different positions you can take in the different arenas around the world. I mean, from sports to politics to pop culture to weather. They have crazy stuff up. It will entertain you. You're bored at work. Download it. Go on and throw some cash in there. Put in that code TNR. You get $10 back when you trade $10. It's as simple as that. It's legally available in all 50 states, Brown.
It is absolutely. absolutely. You can play games on Kalshi. And if you like the sports fan mode where you see the numbers you're more accustomed to seeing, you can switch to that. We're showing you Alabama Ole Miss, where the Crimson Tide right now, a 75% shot at winning the game. If you think they're going to do that, you click yes right there, 77 cents. And if you don't think they're going to do that, you got the Ole Miss side, you click no. If you want sports fan mode, you can switch to that as well. We're right now with the Kalshi app. Alabama, a 6.5-point favorite. Ole Miss, a 6.5-point underdog. You can play it that way, too. As Lance said, $10 in, and you use code TNR. You get $10 bonus on your first play right there at Kalshi. Kalshi.com or the Kalshi app. We recommend the Kalshi app. It is fantastic, so user-friendly. We use it all the time. So go to Kalshi. Don't forget code TNR for $10 on your first play.
Right now, you could go with DTMF or 4 Raws, and those are the top 2 bidders on Top Song in the USA this weekend when they do the Billboard Countdown.
Holy cow.
Yeah. Can you imagine sitting there? Is it Ryan Seacrest that does it or Spider Harrison?
Depending on where you're getting it.
Somebody's kicking stuff in their living room. Son of a bitch.
Oh, I thought it'd be off of Bad Bunny, DTMF. Thought he'd ride it to the top. All right. Cut number 8.
Charles says, we don't need Jim taking positions on the weather. We'll be hit with a biblical flood.
Yeah.
Let's don't do that. Yes.
Locust for plus 5,000. Bucky McMillan, beloved locally, correct?
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
Bucky,
I think so.
He's a kind of a local legend. Yeah, people like Bucky here.
I mean, it should be. I mean, the origin story is absolutely incredible.
Not coaching locally, though. He's at Texas A&M, so he's got to defend that A&M, that ATM crest that he's representing. Bucky McMillan gets asked how the loss to Alabama will affect his postseason resume, and Bucky probably stepped on a few Alabama toes here.
When the committee looks at that game in the future, do you hope that that is factored in when kind of looking at resumes and everything?
Well, you hope it's got to be, but we're trying to compete and try to get the best seed for the SEC tournament. We'd love to get the 1 seed. We'd love to go try to win the league, right? We know that. I'm not talking about Alabama. I don't care about Alabama. How do they make it right for us? How is it made right for us? Right? That's all okay. I don't, they could do that. That's not my deal. How's it made right for us? Because they're not going to be able to play with their full roster against the other teams when we had to play against their full roster. And that's just, that's something that, you hope, I don't know how that's made right for us.
It's a great point.
No, it is.
Because anybody that plays Alabama after this or before that didn't have to play Alabama with Bediako.
Yeah, and say what you want, and he's only a 9-5 guy, but look, he still was a difference maker, at least in 1-2 possession games, that kind of stuff. So this will shock you guys. I was on my way back from the New York Butcher Shop last night, and I had our buddy Ian Fitzsimmons on, and I heard him railing on the Alabama Bediako thing, and I didn't know his position on this. He was like, it's the first time I've ever pulled against my alma mater. I was pulling for Florida because I didn't agree with the Bediako decision, but they've got to do something for the Texas A&Ms of the world. But I don't know what you do, because agree or disagree with that judge that ruled him eligible for the 2 weeks or 3 weeks he was eligible. I mean,
Joe Lunardi
he got
asked.
the green light.
Yeah.
Lunardi's tight with the way the committee works. We'd say that, right? Whether you like judge work or not. He says that every individual committee member can rule it however they want to rule it, judge it however they want to judge it. Greg Byrne, by the way, on the selection committee this year. I have to be out of the room when he's talking to Alabama, but he's on the committee. Martin Newton, head of the committee.
That's right,
Sanford athletic director, longtime SEC guy, lives here in the state of Alabama. I mean, if you're ready for people to gripe and moan about Alabama this year, just those two people being on the committee. But they'll be part of the conversations on how you judge this. Now, you're also able to, when the SEC may come in or whomever on a bad call, the committee looks and says, okay, that was a bad call. But how are they going to judge Texas A&M and Auburn?
That's a great point. That's a great
because
point.
that was a controversial ending.
Yeah.
I mean, does that count as a loss for Auburn in the committee member's mind, or does it count for a loss for Texas A&M in the committee member's mind? Same way with the Bediako thing. Do you judge that loss really? Is it a half a loss? So it all comes down to the individuals. There's no hard, set, fast rule. I don't know how Bucky can be compensated for this. I understand his frustration because the people that are about to play Alabama. Now, I personally like Alabama more without Bediako. That's me, but
Well, I mean,
I'm sort of in the Ian situation. I didn't enjoy cheering for Alabama when Bediako was playing. It didn't feel right to me. I'm more excited about what's left in the season with this team now. I understand why Alabama did it because of, Najee and all the other people that you can come into question, but it just didn't feel right for Alabama because I put Alabama on a bigger pedestal, I guess, than other schools. I'm excited about what this team can do tonight and down the road.
Yeah.
If I'm the committee, I probably judge these losses with Bediako, and I'm talking about A&M and Auburn, is like no contest. Like, I'm not going to hold the loss against you. And I think that's probably what they will ultimately do.
I
like,
think
you
that's
can't
fair.
say
If I'm sitting in the
they
room,
would
that's
have
fair.
won the game without Bediako, but we're not gonna put the loss against you.
I think that's fair.
But do I give full? But you, in the same breath, you give full credit to Alabama for the win, right? You don't consider it a no contest on Alabama.
We discussed this yesterday.
Yeah.
The committee, I believe, will look at Alabama like Bediako is injured. He's not part of the tournament team, so they'll judge Bediako, which, by the way, as I said yesterday, is a really good resume before Bediako played 5 games.
Right.
I know Illinois lost last night, but they beat Illinois. They beat St. John's. They beat Kentucky. They've got some Clemson. They've got a good resume before Bediako. They have an opportunity to have a good resume after Bediako. They're a tournament team without the Bediako games, and that's how they'll be judged by the committee, in my opinion.
Do you ignore the Florida outcome?
I would say yes, but
Alabama would sign right up for that.
Yeah. I don't think you do.
I mean, I would just say with
They
A&M,
will.
Bediako was 5-4 against A&M. I mean, was it that big of a difference?
It wasn't. That was not a game where he was a factor.
No,
Should have
he
been
played
a factor.
19 minutes.
Yeah.
He was 5-4. He was minus, I don't know what, but minus something in the plus minus.
But the committee will look at the team that they're judging to go to the tournament, and
Right.
Bediako will not be a part of that.
Yeah.
So that's the team they will look at, and that resume is perfectly fine for Alabama.
Yeah, I think the losses are the losses, but I think what you do if you're the committee is you look at the wins for Alabama.
Yeah. Not that it will matter because Missouri's no good, but they pistol whipped Missouri. I mean, I could have played Bediako's spot and they win Missouri.
But I do look at a game like Alabama and A&M.
I mean, it's a 3-point game. Bediako scored 5 points. Could I have found those 5 points elsewhere? Yes, is the answer to that question. Yes. Did Bediako do something?
Did he alter shots? I don't know. Defensively, was he doing things?
Which is 100% why you don't get on this slippery slope, because then you have to debate stuff like this.
Yeah. And the committee's not going to go back and watch I forgot how many minutes he played against
19
A&M.
against A&M.
They're not going to go back and watch all those
minutes.
19 minutes.
What do you do? I mean, that's why you don't get on a slippery slope like this.
Cut 5, please. Nate Oates is I don't know which one is.
What?
Boy, so many good Nate Oates. We'll save it. Let's save Nate Oates. His reaction.
There's no water up there.
I'm looking for the. He's punishing himself. No water for me. No, I think he has so many of them they have to sit it beside him. We'll do Nate Oates' reaction to Bediako because he went on a couple of good. He played this pretty hard yesterday, so we'll get Nate Oates' reaction before they play Ole Miss tonight. Listen, after yesterday's news conference, must win for Alabama tonight. They need to go win this game on the road against a team they're better than without Bediako. Alabama at Ole Miss tonight. We'll talk about that game, hear from Nate Oates, Charles Barkley, some college football, all that straight ahead on the show that's being brought to you by our friends at Bojangles. Brownie, tell us about Bojangles.
You can make a bow time at Bojangles. It is a great time on your way to work or on your way to school to enjoy those Bowberry biscuits. They are heart-shaped Bowberry biscuits. And they're not just great, they are a good cause, too. Because 10% of sales from the Bowberry biscuits go to the Hardest Yard, the Greg Olson Foundation, and the Bojangles Foundation. What do those things do? Well, they help support heart care in the areas that Bojangles serves and great research for heart issues. So you're helping and you're having a great breakfast. Those heart-shaped Bowberry biscuits now through February 22nd at your local Bojangles, where it can always be bow time.
And our friends at Storm Restoration Roofing, Greg from Pell City, his wife Andrea, the whole family there, family of 10. They are standing by to help your family out with a free no-cost roof inspection. A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, locally owned for over 20 years, the number to call. 205-542-3531. That gets you in to see Greg. He'll come out and absolutely give you a free no-cost roof inspection to let you know what's going on top of your roof. When's the last time you had that roof inspected? He has financing available. He has a soft wash program to make your home, your roof look almost new again or new again. And that's a must just to look good in your neighborhood, but also if you're going to put your house on the market this year. He also wants to remind you that before you file a claim, at least check in with Greg. Maybe he can help you and maybe walk you down a better path on filing that claim with the insurance company, give you a little professional advice. 205-542-3531, stormrestorationroofing.com, or Greg from Pell City on Facebook at Storm Restoration Roofing.
Follow Brownie on Twitter and Instagram at Ryan Brown Live.
From driveways to interstates, accidents happen fast. The insurance company's response? Here's our offer. Take it or leave it. Leave it. Call Alexander Shinara Trial Attorneys. Over 250,000 clients. And no, they don't accept lowball offers. They fight, they win. Over $2 billion recovered. Call now for a free consultation. 659-777-7777 or alexwins.law. Physical office location, Birmingham.
To everyone who craves a fresh meal made just for you, let our team member Jacob share what's special about Culver's.
In Wisconsin, our food comes from the heart, and taking the time to handcraft your meal with care is how we've always done it at Culver's. It's why your Butterburger doesn't touch the grill until after you order.
Come to Culver's and let us serve you a Butterburger made special just for you. From Wisconsin with love, welcome to Delicious.
At Central State Bank, we are large enough to serve you and small enough to know you. Manage your money with ease, whether it's mobile banking, hassle-free checking, competitive loans, business solutions, or personalized financial advice. We're your hometown bank with big-time service. Visit us today and experience banking made simple, because at Central State Bank, you come first.
Member FDIC.
Hey, let me tell you about our friends at Urology Centers of Alabama. Compassionate and comprehensive urological care with 35 physicians, 17 locations across Alabama. Their patient-centered approach to all of your urological needs. Remember, they've got that new men's health center. It is beautiful, helping men with a wide range of sensitive male issues in a comfortable environment. You can always go online, visit urologycentersalabama.com, schedule an appointment with one of their many urologists today. Hey, for all of your IT and printing needs, reach out to our friends at Xerox Business Solutions. Look, I'm still one of those old school guys. I print my notes every single day for the show. If you watch the show here on the next round, you see all the notes in front of me. From day one, Xerox Business Solutions, they've been with us here at the next round. Local for over 45 years. For all of your IT and printing needs, visit XeroxBusinessSolutions.com or call 205-969-3000. That's 205-969-3000. Hey, there's nothing worse than waking up to a plumbing problem. Don't get caught in a flooded house. Call the guys at Hemp Hill Services. Adam, Chad, and the team at Hemp Hill are the only ones I trust to fix it and fix it right the first time. Hemp Hill Services does it right and always at a fair price. For all of your plumbing, cooling, and heating needs, trust the name that Birmingham has trusted since 1954. That is Hemp Hill Services. Call now, 205-229-2090. That's 205-229-2090. Hey, Lance Taylor from the next round to tell you about one of our favorite places for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That is Hamburger Heaven since 1982. Hamburger Heaven has been serving Birmingham's best hamburgers, cheeseburgers, French fries, hand-spun milkshakes, and sandwiches made fresh to order. All of their ingredients are fresh and prepared daily. This includes their beef, always fresh, never frozen, hand-pattied each and every day. For breakfast, lunch, or dinner, visit any of the 4 locations, Highway 280, Irondale, Gardendale, and Homewood.
It's bow time. The Bojangles Chicken Rice Bowl is back. Get dirty rice, slow-cooked Cajun pintos, cheese, and your choice of chicken for just $7.49. But order now. It's only here for a limited time. It's bow time. It's bow time. The Bojangles Chicken Rice Bowl is back. Get dirty rice, slow-cooked Cajun pintos, cheese, and your choice of chicken for just $7.49. But order now. It's only here for a limited time. It's bow time.
Barkley at the top of the hour. More basketball with Bama at Ole Miss in just a second. 199 days before we start the college football season. Alabama got huge news yesterday. Kedrick Bingley-Jones, defensive lineman from Mississippi State, started his college career at North Carolina, was granted a 7th year. He's had a couple of years riddled with injuries. In fact, I think last year was the first time he did not miss games in a season because of injury. Huge, because Alabama is filling in some holes left by Tim Keenan on that defensive line. He's a big body with SEC experience. That's big for Alabama. Let's do the spotlight. Tyler, hit the button.
The College Football Spotlight
is presented every single day by our guy Alexander Shinara, Shinara Trial Attorneys, Shinara.com, Shinara.com. That is the place to go when you're in need of legal assistance. You don't pay a dime unless they win your case, and boy, do they win cases. They have recovered more than $2 billion for their clients. That is billion with a B. That is a lot of money if you're not counting. $2 billion for their clients and counting at Alexander Shinara Trial Attorney. So when you find yourself in need of one, you call Alexander Shinara. Shinara.com, Shinara.com.
Something to keep an eye on. This is the second one in less than a week, but we lost another bowl game yesterday. The 29-year one-time Motor City Bowl, Little Caesars Bowl, I forget what it was called now, done after 29 years. So the LA Bowl and the...
Good riddance. That was a game I could never pick for whatever reason. Literally, it was like a Tuesday afternoon game.
Yeah.
Always forced. It always had like a MAC team in it.
Yeah, MAC a lot. This past year, Northwestern beat Central Michigan. But that's 2 now that's gone.
Is Birmingham on the clock?
Well,
I hate to say that.
No, the thing that helps Birmingham is it's owned by ESPN.
But that's what I was about to say, Brownie. The LA Bowl was never broadcast on ESPN. I believe the Motor City Bowl is the first one that was an ESPN-owned bowl, not owned, but an ESPN broadcast bowl game that we've lost here. I don't know if they're one of those that are actually owned by ESPN properties, but I'm just wondering how many are actually on the clock. How many are we going to lose this offseason?
Well, not to tell them how to do their business. What I would do if they can do this, and I don't know what the NCAA rules are, but I'm going to get a Kalshi, or I'm getting a FanDuel, or I'm getting a DraftKings to be the title sponsor of that bowl, because these different corporations are spending a lot of money right now.
No, that bowl's gone. It's not that they're losing their sponsorship.
No, I get that, but I'm saying if you had a big sponsor, I think it would change things, right? I mean, it's obviously going away because they can't generate any revenue for it. I'm just saying I would get in front of it if I am on the fringe of one of these bowls, and we probably go through them, you probably figure out 10 or 15 that probably aren't long for this world. But if I'm one of those guys, I'm trying to get a big sponsor that is just throwing money out there right now.
Yeah, like our friends at 68 Ventures down in Mobile. If they're listening to the show again today, we'd love to have you on this platform.
Very nice people.
Did we ever figure out what that was?
Yeah. It's a financial service started by an Alabama grad based here in the state of Alabama out of Mobile.
Our boy Will Lowry works for him. Will was the one that tipped us off. Remember, former Alabama great Will Lowry.
One of the great American companies that are growing to succeed and need our platform tremendously. I'm just saying, keep an eye on bowl games going away. There's 2 in a week's time that, not changing sponsors, just not going to happen this upcoming college football season. Back to basketball we go, brought to you by our friends at Culver's Brownie. Always delicious.
Culver's is welcome to delicious. It's what they say. It's why it's always delicious. Win or lose, you can drown your sorrows at Culver's or celebrate the big win at Culver's. I had Culver's Saturday night. During that Duke, North Carolina ending, I was just enjoying one of those great butter burgers from Culver's.
Do you go 3 patties?
I did 2. I have not done the 3. Do you do the 3
The 3's
patties?
a little much. 2's a good number.
I add the 3rd one occasionally.
Do you? Okay, I'll try to do that. Yeah, it's a fantastic burger. Culver's butter burger is terrific, and you can enjoy that. I got some of those crispy crinkle-cut fries. I did not get the gooey golden cheese curds. I should have, and you know what I did at the end, right? I capped it off with those creamy frozen custards. It was terrific. What a great meal to watch a little college hoops with. When in Birmingham, Tattersall Park or Stadium Trace, those are the Culvers you utilize there. Culvers, welcome to Delicious.
All right, back to basketball. We talked the first segment a lot about Auburn's loss last night. Alabama, their first game post no Charles Bediako at Ole Miss tonight. What's that Kalshi line right now? Position at Kalshi?
I think it's 7.5.
Around 7.5.
I think it's down to 6.5 at Kalshi.
Okay.
So just a little tip there.
Interesting game there in Oxford. Florida, a heavy favorite at Georgia tonight. So a couple of SEC games for Alabama, though, they're now, after working Bediako in, they've now got to deal with no Bediako in the rotation. I think they're faster, and we'll see how good they are down the stretch. Here's Nate Oates, cut 5, on his first chance to react publicly to the Charles Bediako ruling.
Obviously super disappointed in the ruling for Charles. Regardless of the ruling, we're going to continue to support him any way we possibly can here. And then with the team, we've got to move forward. We played 18 games before he got here. Have some real quality wins without him. I think there's 4 current teams ranked in the top 25 that we beat without him. We had some good wins with him as well. But, sad situation for him, disappointing situation, but we've got to move forward and continuing to help him however we can and continuing to win games without him on the floor.
So the next obvious question, cut 6, was bringing him back for everything. You talked about the press yesterday, national publicity, and for 5 games, 3-2, his contributions were more in some games than they were in others. So Nate gets asked the obvious question here. Was it worth it?
Yeah, I realize it hasn't been 24 hours yet since the Bediako ruling, but just in your mind, do you think it was worth it bringing him in for those 5 games?
100%. Like, there was an opportunity to help one of our former players out. He was within his 5-year window. He's trying to get his degree. And here's the thing. My job as a head coach is to do the right thing by our guys, and Charles is one of our guys, and that was the right thing to do by one of our guys. Like I've said before, this is not some mercenary deal. A 23-year-old coming in for a semester from that nobody knows, renting them for a semester or something. So, he was deemed legally eligible to play. We're going to absolutely support him. And one of the ironic statements in the affidavit that Sankey put was, how much of a disadvantage it is to go be a pro and not have to focus on your college, which it's not the case. It would be nice if everybody that was commenting, writing, talking about this actually educated themselves on the reality of the situation. The reality of the situation is Charles left here with his body looking pretty good at 235. He went to the G League. You don't get the same treatment as you do. There's a reason all of the G League players are trying to come. I shouldn't say all. There's a reason there's a lot of G League players trying to come back to college. The money's a lot better. The development's a lot better. You get way better. You get a full-time dietitian, full-time strength coach. You're not traveling on commercial flights, spending all your time in airports, not being able to develop. Charles actually has lost weight since he went to the G League. His development wasn't what you would think being a pro. No, you're more of a professional, able to focus on getting your body right in college. So, he's here, he's in school. We're going to help him try to gain weight back that he's lost since he was in the G League. We're going to continue to help his basketball development and continue to help his development as a student and a student athlete. So 100% it was worth it. I'd do the same thing 100 times out of 100 for any of our guys that it made sense to do it with.
Don't believe that. Don't believe it at all. It wasn't worth it. And, boy, that is a long spin from Nate. I mean, look, Charles Bediako knew what he was getting into. Like, he left in the NIL era. He decided to go to the NBA. It didn't work out for him.
Now, to be fair, real quick, in the NIL era, when he left, he is now a United States citizen. I don't know when that happened. But when he left, he was not a United States citizen, so he could not participate in NIL. So that is one factor there, to be entirely fair.
That is a factor.
But it came up
and when he left, he also didn't plan on going to the G League. He didn't leave for the G League. He left for the NBA.
But that's part of it. Like, you leave to go to the NBA, you're not guaranteed anything. So you're rolling the dice at that point. This is not about him coming back and getting his education. Look, this is just speculation on my part. He was a mercenary. I know he had an Alabama affiliation because he played there before. But nobody likes to admit when they're wrong. And when you look at this, they were 3-2 with Bediako. They took a negative shitstorm. I think Nate would tell you really, truly behind the scenes, it wasn't worth it. I mean, that's just my speculation.
My takeaway from that was him directly calling out Greg Sankey and not calling out SEC Commissioner Sankey, calling out, I thought it was ironic in Sankey's. I mean, like when you call somebody by their last name, it's
You brought it up the other day. the commissioner works for 16 institutions.
Correct.
And you made a point that probably 15 of those 16 institutions saw the Bediako situation differently than the president at the University of Alabama.
Yeah, I mean, 15, maybe it wouldn't surprise me if it was 15.
Yeah.
I'll put it that way. Was it 15? I don't know.
Yeah, because how many had a Bediako situation? If they all had a Bediako situation, then they look at it differently.
I mean, there's so much on this. Like, I mean, just real quick, the Texas A&M Rashawn Agee situation is not identical to the Bediako, but Taylor Askew, this went unnoticed. Because we talk so much about Bediako, it went a little bit unnoticed, but Mike Rodak, who covers Alabama, pointed out that Taylor Askew, the NCAA attorney, by name, called out Texas A&M Rashawn Agee and said he shouldn't be playing.
Yeah, he's playing. He should not be
That's
playing.
right. Yeah, now he's not a guy, it's not a professional issue. It's a weird issue with Rashawn Agee. What happened with him was he didn't make his ACT score, which this is back when standardized testing was still something that the NCAA used for eligibility. They don't anymore. He didn't make his ACT score. So he goes to New Mexico, and New Mexico dual enrolls him in a junior college, local junior college, and at the University of New Mexico, thinking that would not start his eligibility clock. They screwed up. It started his eligibility clock. This is not on Askew. This is on New Mexico for either not getting clarification or making an error.
Not on Agee. Askew's the lawyer, but Agee,
excuse me,
yes.
Agee. Thank you, Jim. So his eligibility clock starts. A&M goes and gets him out of the portal, his fourth school, by the way. A&M gets him out of the portal, and the NCAA does not clear him. So how does A&M get him eligible?
They go get a TRO.
They go get a TRO, which eventually leads to an injunction, which Bediako did not get. Now, the NCAA ruled him ineligible. They go to a court and get him eligible. Now, it's not the apples. It's not apples to apples with Bediako because this guy never played professionally. But if you want to talk about, we ruled a guy ineligible, these are our rules, follow our rules. You don't like the rules, you run to court and you get him eligible. Bucky McMillan, by the way, testified.
But that one did make a lot more sense.
It does.
Like
I agree.
That's not on the player. That is on the institution.
But the reason I bring it up, and I 100% agree, but the reason I bring it up right now, Jim, is because you'll get a lot of presidents going to Greg Sankey saying, this is not right, but at least in Texas A&M's case, they've done the exact same thing. They got a guy that the NCAA says is ineligible, so they run to court and get him eligible.
Hey, and for the record, I would have done what Nate did. Like, if I had that loophole, I thought Bediako would be a much bigger difference maker. When we initially heard this weeks and weeks ago before he was eligible, a couple of weeks before he was eligible, I was like, damn, that's exactly what they need. Like, this could be a massive difference maker for Nate Oates, and through 5 games, it really wasn't. That's all I'm saying.
So the question now is, how does Nate Oates handle this going forward? Do you go, all right, that's the ruling. We're going to focus on my basketball team. We're going to get back to the way it was before Bediako. Or is he going to, do what he did yesterday? They play Ole Miss tonight. Do you wonder, does Ole Miss have anybody on their roster that is somehow NCAA rule adjacent? Here's Nate Oates. I'm playing Ole Miss tonight. Will he do this every game now?
Yeah, it's a good team that beat us here last year. We've got to make sure we're ready for them. They've got a multitude of players that are playing. The kid Camerdine, played with JDA Dijon in France. It's the first tier France division. He's a pro that played a lot of years of professional basketball before he came over here. So he's good. He's been starting at the point for him. We've got to make sure we're ready. They've got a little bit older guys, that they've gone in on some experience with their roster. So they've got good players, good coach, and I expect it's going to be a tough road game, and we got to be ready.
And see, that's where, if you're on the side of Bediako should be able to play, that's where we get into the gray area. This guy played at the top level of French basketball, which is pretty good.
But you've got a lot of guys in college basketball that have played in those leagues.
That's right.
Oh,
That's
100.
But that
was the basis of the Bediako lawsuit.
I get it. By the way, this Ole Miss team, 5 consecutive losses. I don't know what's going on with Chris Beard. I know it's a difficult job, but I thought that they would be better. You can get tickets for $4 to get in tonight.
Oh, let's all go over. Y'all want to go over?
I did it once before. It is my
Least favorite?
I haven't gone to every road venue, but it is a boring venue.
I bet it'll be really boring for a $4 ticket for a team that lost 5 consecutive games.
Did you go over there with Petro? Was it you and Petro that rode over
No,
there?
it was me and Jimmy Anthony.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It
We
was
rode
Jimmy.
over,
Yeah.
had a great meal at the square, went over there, and Alabama won the game. So I hated the arena. I hated the atmosphere. And then that was the arena when Alabama was talking about getting a new arena that was going to be sort of modeled afterwards. And I was the one screaming, no, please, no. I didn't like it. Didn't like it.
The pavilion. You don't like the
don't like the pavilion.
You think Nate's going to start doing this every week? Like he's going to take the roster. He's going to be like, so-and-so, they've got, this guy played in Spain, high-end in Spain. Like,
I hope he's going
to run down all the pros.
I want him to be as petty as he can down the stretch here. By the way, Ole Miss is, you talking about getting real on a schedule. They've got Alabama. Then they've got State. They got to go to Texas A&M. They've got Florida. They got to go to Auburn. They got Vanderbilt. They got some difficult
They're not making
games.
the tournament.
No.
I got them out.
But are you guys a little surprised that they're struggling to the point they are?
Especially the way Beard coach was last year, his first year there? Was it his first? Yeah, I mean, they showed a lot of promise last year in his first year.
Was it first year or second year?
I
thought it was his first.
Yeah.
But.
Yeah. He was still getting chance at the Ole Miss at Texas game in Austin this past weekend.
Oh, I'm sure.
That game got dicey at the end.
It did. They played hard. They play hard.
This is year 3 for him. But
That's what I thought.
I'm sorry, 20-12 year 1, 24-12 last year in the Sweet 16.
Yeah.
And then
That's what I thought.
They are not a very good team this
They
year.
are
I'm
not.
surprised.
Very
by
strange.
That. Yeah.
And as a couple of places gave G League dropout at Gainesville and Auburn for Bediako, in Austin the student section were. I mean, I thought it would be sort of a warm welcome at Texas for Beard because he's one of theirs and had them really good. They were chanting, "Don't hit women."
Oh, no.
Don't hit women.
Well, the Big 12's got a big problem with this.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
This Mormon chant when
Oh, yeah.
BYU's on the road. But, boy, that one's...
Yeah, we had an open look to cover last night with Baylor.
Some of those upsets in our viewing menu and Charles Barkley, all coming up on the show, that is being brought to you today by our friends at Central State Bank. Tell us about Central State Bank.
It is the bank that is big enough to meet every single need you have, but they're also small enough to know you. Central State Bank doesn't just open accounts, they open relationships. You build a relationship with them because they're a community bank. That's what you get when you bank with a community bank. And also, they take care of those students in your life. Smart grades deserve smart rewards. They're helping young achievers save for their future 1A at a time. Here's what you do. Open a Young Savers account for that school-age child in your life. When grades come in, send the grades over, and your students can earn up to $10 for A's and B's. So what you're doing, you're incentivizing good grades, and you're helping them to learn great financial practices for the rest of their life. Family-owned, community-focused, Central State Bank, member FDIC.
If you are a bubble team or bubble adjacent last night, there were some massive wins that did not help you. TCU, and I think Jamie Dixon has that team 5-4 or something like that in the Big 12. Big win over Iowa State last night.
Stole it. Iowa State was up 5 late. They go on a 12-0 run to end that game.
I think Miami has 8 wins in the ACC in conference play. They beat North Carolina as the Tar Heels couldn't get down off the big buzzer beater against Duke. They go on the road and lose at Miami last
You
night.
could almost feel that one coming, couldn't you, after the way that Duke game went?
Wisconsin beats Illinois. Illinois, one of the hottest teams in the country. Wisconsin gets them last night.
I had Illinois minus 10.5. Bad loss.
Yep. And Purdue beat Nebraska. Purdue was sort of reeling on the road, beating the Mare in Lincoln.
I don't know if you guys happened to see the end of that game, but I was watching on FS1.
Went to overtime, right?
Incredible how it got to overtime.
Yeah, incredible how it got to overtime. But in overtime, Nebraska ball in hand, down 1 with 4 seconds to go. They got to go the length of the court, coming out of a timeout where Purdue had huddled right at the on the court at the timeline. This is important to the story. They're running a play where the guard's coming out from midcourt. He's going to get it between the circles, and he's going to circle back and go up the sidelines. As he circles back, he hits right where Purdue had huddled. Feet come right out from under him.
Yep.
Goes down, ball goes out of bounds. So bad, a player comes over to help him up. He also slides and falls.
Yeah.
So where they've had all their water and their sweat stripping and all, nobody ever wiped it.
That's on the kid supposed to wipe it.
I personally believe if you're doing that on the court like they do some players, it should be a technical on the team that's huddled there.
They're benched.
But
their players should. You're saying their team should be responsible for
staffers should
wiping.
be responsible for making sure all your water and moisture is wiped up there.
I mean, I see.
I
your
don't
side,
have a problem with that.
But
I'll tell you, if they're not going to call it, that's where I would be huddling up from here on out.
You're also playing at Nebraska, where if I'm the mayor, I'm like, why are our guys not waiting on the huddle to break and cleaning right there?
And you should do that too, yes. But, I mean, you could see a 30 for 30, some hidden cameras of them squirting water bottles as they're sitting there huddled.
Yeah, it's only going to hurt the team trying to dribble, probably.
You know, when they start 20-0, they've lost 3 or 4, but it's to Michigan, Illinois, and Purdue, all top 13 teams.
Yeah, no. I mean, that's tough losses right there. But to my point on Wisconsin, Miami, and TCU, that get you in the bubble neighborhood there. Miami's a bubble team. I don't know where TCU is right now.
TCU right now in the Big 12. Boy, and that is such a tough league.
I know, but I think that got them near 500. If you're 500 in the Big 12, you're pretty good.
Yeah, they're 5-6, 15-9.
Yeah. So that gets them into the conversation a little bit. Wisconsin, tough league. That's just some bubble wins last night. LancesLock.com, brought to you by our friends at Hemp Hill, LancesLock.com.
Yeah, some tough losses. Had Baylor plus 3.5. They were up 12. They blew the game. They did have a look at there at the end. We didn't get that one, but we bounced back. A lot of college hoops tonight. We've got one NBA play up and available. Free play every single day. It is brought to you by our friends at Hemp Hill Services. I have got to get my fireplace replaced, and they're going to help me out with this. Yeah. The gas logs, I mean, sooner or later they're going to go out. But, just small issues in your house, home, or business, they can help you out with. I've actually got them coming out today, believe it or not.
I do believe it.
Whether it's plumbing, heating, or cooling, any of these issues arise in your home or business, they are ready to serve you. Call Adam, Chad, Andrew, the guys there. I was talking to Andrew this morning, 205-229-2090. Hard to stop a train. For more information, hemphillservices.com.
Follow Dunaway on Twitter and Instagram at Jim Dunaway.
Hop in. Injured in an Uber or Lyft? Here's the problem. Was it the driver's fault? The other car? The app company? Good luck figuring that out while you're trying to heal. Alexander Shinar Trial Attorneys, they've got a guy for rideshare accidents. And here's the best part. They don't get paid unless you do. You heal. They fight. One call, 659-777-7777. Or visit alexwins.law. Alexander Shinar Trial Attorneys. Because rideshare accidents need an experienced team. Physical offices, Birmingham.
To everyone who craves a fresh meal made just for you, let our team member Jacob share what's special about Culver's.
In Wisconsin, our food comes from the heart, and taking the time to handcraft your meal with care is how we've always done it at Culver's. It's why your Butterburger doesn't touch the grill until after you order.
Come to Culver's and let us serve you a Butterburger, made special just for you. From Wisconsin with love, welcome to Delicious.
Remember the name Way to Wellness if you're battling weight loss in your life. I'm Jim Dunaway from The Next Round. There was a time I was over 216 pounds until Way to Wellness helped me lose 45 pounds, and now for over 2 years, they've helped me keep that weight off. Here's their website, aplanforme.com, aplanforme.com. That's a great name for a website because there's no cookie-cutter plan. Everything is designed specifically for you. No contract, no sign-up fees, and your first consultation is free at Way to Wellness. Hey, for all of your IT and printing needs, reach out to our friends at Xerox Business Solutions. Look, I'm still one of those old school guys. I print my notes every single day for the show. If you watch the show here on The Next Round, you see all the notes in front of me. From day one, Xerox Business Solutions, they've been with us here at The Next Round. Local for over 45 years. For all of your IT and printing needs, visit XeroxBusinessSolutions.com or call 205-969-3000. That's 205-969-3000. Hey, let me tell you about our friends at Urology Centers of Alabama. Compassionate and comprehensive urological care with 35 physicians, 17 locations across Alabama. Their patient-centered approach to all of your urological needs. Remember, they've got that new men's health center. It is beautiful, helping men with a wide range of sensitive male issues in a comfortable environment. You can always go online, visit UrologyCentersAlabama.com, schedule an appointment with one of their many urologists today.
At Central State Bank, we are large enough to serve you and small enough to know you. Manage your money with ease, whether it's mobile banking, hassle-free checking, competitive loans, business solutions, or personalized financial advice. We're your hometown bank with big-time service. Visit us today and experience banking made simple, because at Central State Bank, you come first.
Member FDIC.
Hey guys, Valentine's Day right around the corner. Why go out and battle the crowd at restaurants when you can have the best meal right there at home from our friends at the New York Butcher Shop? Right now, the Valentine's Day special, 2 certified Angus beef fillets, 2 twice-baked potatoes, fresh salad for 2, yeast rolls. The Choice, $69.99. The Prime, $79.99. Available for pickup Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Make the call. Cahaba Heights, 205-970-7300. Greystone, 205-703-8825. The New York Butcher Shop. Rare quality, well-done service.
It's bow time. The Bojangles Chicken Rice Bowl is back. Get dirty rice, slow-cooked Cajun pintos, cheese, and your choice of chicken for just $7.49. But order now. It's only here for a limited time. It's bow time. It's bow time. The Bojangles Chicken Rice Bowl is back. Get dirty rice, slow-cooked Cajun pintos, cheese, and your choice of chicken for just $7.49. But order now. It's only here for a limited time. It's bow time.
Jim Dunaway, Lance Taylor, Ryan Brown. Live from the Birmingham Racecourse Casino Studios, the next round, presented by Bud Light, is on now.
Let's don't waste any time. Let's get right to our buddy Charles Barkley. Are you working more now or less now? For some reason, I see you less now on my TV than I used to see you on my TV, Barkley. Why is that?
Well, I think they wanted to back end load the schedule. Like, we're going to be working a lot starting next week. We worked 3 days last week. You know, I've been working 1 day a week for the last 25 years, so anything more than 1 day.
I got to get used to watching you on ESPN. That's what it is.
Yeah, you kind of get used to working 1 day a week. It's pretty damn special. But, it's heavily backloaded. Like, I think next week we work like 3 days in a row. And then I work another 3 days in a row. And then I think I take a sabbatical for March Madness. But I wish they had to spread it out more, to be honest with you.
How much weight have you lost, and how long have you maintained it?
Well, I started at 355, and I weigh 270 now. Shout out to Ro.co, and the drug I've been taking is called Zepbound. So if there's anybody out there who's struggling with their weight, you take the shot once a week. And obviously I had to start working out and eating better. But yeah, dude, I gained I gained over 100 pounds when I got my hips. So I was a fat ass for a long time, and I'm really happy with the way things are going. Like I said, my goal weight was 270. I actually lowered it to 265, to be honest with you, because I was talking to the people the other day. My girl Molly at Row. I said, hey, you know what? I said 270 was my goal weight, but I want to switch it to 265. And so I got another 5 pounds to lose, but man, everything's going well. I mean, Zepbound has been great. Ro.co is the company. But anybody out there who's struggling with their weight, like I said, I take a shot once a week. I haven't had, well, the funny thing about it, I have zero idea what it does for you, Lance. I'm not going to lie. Because people say, what does it do? Does it make you not hungry? I said, man, I got no idea what it does. I just know it works.
Yeah.
Hey, you look great.
Have you noticed you walk in, 2 good-looking women walk past? Are they turning back and looking at you now, or have you really upped your ladies game lately?
How's Charles Barkley?
How's that going?
I never worried about that. You just walk around with your wallet. That does the same thing.
The wallet's what has to be fat, right? That's the one they worry about.
Hey, the wallet always wins, JD.
Which is why I always like being on your side, buddy. I like being on Team Barkley.
So we are getting worn out talking about Bediako, but I never heard your stance on it. And obviously 5 games. It didn't work out to the degree Alabama and Nate Oates wanted it to work out. It seems like it is done now. It's in the rearview mirror. But where were you on Bediako coming from G League and playing for a little bit for Alabama?
Yeah, that's a great question. I don't even know how to answer the question, to be honest with you, because, man, this NCAA, they're a bunch of bumbling idiots. I don't know what their rules are. Is your kid still playing at Baylor?
Yes. Yeah. Now he sucks,
Yeah,
but he's
and
still
Baylor
there.
sucks this year.
Yeah. But I don't understand how this whole thing works. I mean, I saw they just gave a kid who plays football a 9th year in football, but they didn't give a kid Chambliss a 6th year. And I'm not sure what the NCAA is doing. Like I say, if they're letting I saw this statement from Alabama. There's hundreds of kids who did what Bediako did, but man, I wish that they would have some type of rhyme or reason. You know, I'm a big Nate Oates fan. So, you know, I think they should give us that game when they beat us a couple weeks ago. Because I got an Alabama. I was playing golf yesterday at this course. A great friend of mine, he's an Alabama fan, and we bet on the game. And I had to pay him $100. And I said, you know, if we played a legal round of golf, and we played a round of golf, and they found out you had an illegal club in your bag after the round, wouldn't they disqualify you?
Yes.
Well, I really think they should give us take Bediako points off the board and let Auburn win that game.
That's a hot take by you. I appreciate you saying that. I disagree with you.
No, but like I say, I have no idea how the NCAA come up with their rules and regulations. And so, man, this thing, we got to get some grown folks in the room and make up some rules for college sports. Because right now, it's getting to the point where it's ridiculous. You know, you got guys being free agents every single year. Like, there's no job in the world where you get to go to 4 schools in 4 years for more money. That makes no sense whatsoever. These guys, I wish these guys spent as much time chasing the game as they do chasing the bag. I'm not opposed to players making money. You know, I was disappointed because I'm really excited about our new coach down at Auburn, Coach Galesh. From what I'm hearing from people who actually know about coaching, they love him. And to see some of my players leave, because the one thing I'm sure about Auburn, man, you're going to get a great education. You're going to be compensated fairly, but you're going to have a fan base that loves you for life. That's the one thing I'm positive about Auburn, man. Auburn's just a great school. Like I say, we're going to pay players because I think you got to pay players. We're going to be comparable or more. But to see some of these players leaving, chasing the bag, I think Deion Sanders is one of my favorite people. He says, man, I wish these guys spent as much time working on their game as they do chasing the bag. They'd be a much damn better player. The bag's always going to be there if you can play. But to chase the bag every year, have zero loyalty and respect for the guys you go to war with every day, that bothers me. But I know one thing about Auburn, and I'm speaking for myself, not for the program. I tell these young guys to kiss my ass. Listen, man, if you want to come to Auburn, you're going to get a great education. We're going to compensate you, and you're going to go to have a great fan base for life. We're not going to beg you to come to Auburn. We are one of the best programs in the country. We got some of the best facilities in the country. But this bending over for these high school kids or kids who've been in college for 1 year, I wish the AD and the coach said, we're not doing that anymore. Like, if you want to come to Auburn, you're going to get everything you want. But this notion that we have to beg 18, 19-year-old kids every year is ridiculous.
By the way, that is exactly why Nick Saban is your colleague at ESPN now.
I love that dude, man. You know how much he's the greatest. Yeah, I love, like, yo, man, I'm not begging 18 and 19. Yeah. And you know the thing about it, Brownie? They ain't accomplished nothing. They ain't accomplished a damn thing, and we giving them millions of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars, like, on potential. Like, at least if they accomplish something, okay, but we're paying guys all this money, and they haven't accomplished anything. And they got no loyalty. And like I say, I'm excited with Coach Galesh. And, man, we ain't begging nobody anymore. I wish we draw a line in the sand and say, hey, you know what? If you want to come to Auburn, we're going to compensate you. You're going to get everything you want. But we ain't begging y'all. And if you want to leave, let the door hit you in the ass.
Hey, by the way, I know you know Coach Golish's past. You know, he was born in Russia. We have a T-shirt that says War Eagle in Russian. We're going to send you one.
Well, you know what? You know my son-in-law is from there also.
Okay, we'll send you two.
No, let me tell you something. He was more excited for Coach Galesh than I was. Because his family immigrated from Russia back in the day. And I have, they're amazing people. You know, obviously I have the one daughter and two grandkids, which is the grandkid thing, the greatest thing ever. But he was so excited. And when I spoke to Coach Galesh, I says, and then what's really funny, when I'm around them, they speak Russian. And I can't wait for my son-in-law to meet Coach Galesh, and they start speaking in Russian. It's going to be pretty cool.
Yeah.
I won't understand a thing, but I'll be happy. They'll be reminiscing.
Hey, Chuck. It'd be like all of us watching Bad Bunny. I enjoyed the hell out of it. I didn't know what he was saying, but I enjoyed them dancing around.
Hey, the energy was contagious.
Yeah.
You know, it's so funny, man. These politicians who make a fool out of us. You know. I'm getting ready to come to Alabama and spend some time with Doug Jones because I'm a big Doug Jones fan. And the thing I told Doug, I said, Doug, I like you. I said, both of these parties are full of crap.
Yes.
I said, there's no liberal, there's no conservative, there's no Democrat, those are Republicans. There's only rich people screwing poor people. And the public is so stupid. They think, you know, Dunaway, they think they're on a team, that they're not even in the game. I says, you're not in the game. If you walk around saying you're a Democrat or a Republican or a conservative or a liberal, you're just a fool. You got to vote for a person. That's why I like Doug Jones. I says, I like Doug, and I'm going to support him. But I said, Doug, just for the record, I want you to know both of y'all are bad teams. I just like you. I said, all politics now are rich people making a fool out of poor people. And I always find it fascinating. The poor people think I said, you're on the team, but you're not in the game. I said, only rich people in this game right now. Y'all just on the team, but you're not getting in the game.
Chuck, I know you've got a really good relationship with Stephen Pearl. We're all Stephen Pearl fans. We talked about how difficult that transition is from, you know, maybe the greatest coach in Auburn history as far as all of athletics and Bruce Pearl going to his son and Stephen. So there was going to be some ebbs and flows in year one. Tough loss last night. They've got 7 more games remaining. We were talking about, 17 or 18 wins kind of looks like that number. Do you believe Auburn is squarely in the NCAA tournament?
I think it's going to go down to the wire. They've lost a couple heartbreakers. I mean, obviously last night was a heartbreaker. Then we go back to the Alabama game. But, Lance, this goes back to our original conversation. Not that Bruce put him in that situation. It was going to be difficult for Stephen. First of all, I think Stephen's going to be a hell of a coach. And go back to your point, as much as I love Sonny Smith, he's like a father to me. I've had a couple fathers. Glenn Guthrie's like a father to me, my financial advisor. And Sonny's been like a father to me. But Bruce is the greatest coach in Auburn basketball history, first and foremost. But it was always going to be difficult for Stephen. This is the problem with the whole transfer. He had 10 new players. He got 10 new players. So I'm encouraged because these games are so close because the SEC is loaded. But to think that a coach, a young coach, any coach, it has nothing to do with him being young, is going to be able to mesh 10 new players. And that's what it looked like it's going to be going forward. Like you're going to have 5 to 7, he got 10. But to have 5 to 7 new players every year and try to fix that little Rubik's Cube so they all on the same page, it's going to go, every game is going to go to the wire. And we've had some bad breaks. What was the game where the shot was hit at the buzzer?
Texas A&M.
Texas A&M, yeah. Bucky McMillan. Bucky McMillan, an in-state guy, killing an in-state team like that, Charles.
Yeah, I'm a Bucky guy. What he did at Sanford, he's going to do a hell of a job. But man, I think Steven's done a hell of a job. But like I say, it was always going to be difficult, not just replacing Bruce, but Lance to get 10 new players on the same page. Man, that's a lot. Now, if you got 4 or 5, maybe 6, it's a lot easier. But to try to get 10 new players on the same page, man, that was always going to be different for Steven.
What do you say to the fans, though? Because we saw it with what Kalen DeBoer was trying to do following Nick Saban. I mean, they won a lot of big games, even went to the playoffs last year, and making the fan base happy is still a full-time job over there. It's going to be the same thing for Steven because of the 2 Final Fours and what Bruce did at Auburn. What do you tell the Auburn fans who pack Neville Arena to be patient?
Well, Dunaway, you're one of my favorite people, okay? That's a damn stretch right there.
What do you mean?
To compare what Kalen DeBoer coming after. Like, listen, I love me some Bruce Pearl. Getting Auburn to the Final Four twice is amazing. But what DeBoer is going after is a totally different animal. Trying to go after Coach Saban now. Come on, man. That's a stretch down the way.
But there is some big shoes to fill for Steven. What do you tell the Auburn fans who maybe are like...
Hey, DeBay, listen, DeBoer is filling Shaquille's shoes, size 24. Steven is like, I wear a 17. He's more like trying to fill my shoes. But, I think if we make it to the tournament, it'll be a good year. This is first year as a head coach. And any coach will tell you this. That little 6 inches between the head coach seat and the assistant coach seat might as well be a mile. Because there's no in-game training for a first-time head coach. You got to learn on the go. It's going to be new for his assistants. Like, it's a big transition going from assistant coach to head coach. Hey, man, all I want Auburn fans to do is to support our teams. I've said this publicly and privately. When I'm unhappy with a football coach at Auburn, I do it privately. I never kill Auburn coaches publicly. I don't do that. When you're in a family, you don't say anything bad. I've said this at me and Bruce's golf tournament. I've been unhappy with some of the football things going on, but I ain't never going to bash an Auburn coach publicly. I want Auburn fans. You're an Auburn fan, support Auburn. You can be unhappy, but don't do it publicly because these guys, first of all, these are kids. And also, guys are trying to do their best. Guys are out there trying to do their best. I always supported Coach Freeze. Number one, I hope he's in great health. But there were some things he did that I wasn't happy with. I thought he should, this is just my personal opinion, I thought he should have went with the freshmen. I says, wait a minute, we're going to win 5 or 6 games no matter who the quarterback is. But let's win with the freshmen, and then he'll be ready to go next year. And if he exceeds expectations, we'll be even better shape going into next year. That's the only problem I had with Coach Freeze. I thought he should have started the freshman and said, hey, because we were going to win 5 or 6 games no matter what. And I said, no, I don't want to have an experienced guy in there and win 5 or 6 games because Deuce had to get playing time to be ready to play. And now we don't know. Now he's gone. So, and now I know we got the kid coming from Florida, but he's starting over also. So that was the only problem I ever had with Coach Freeze.
I would just quickly add to what you say there about Bruce Pearl. I've made the argument, I think Lance has gotten on board, I don't know about Dunaway, that Pearl is the best coach in Auburn history, period. Now, look, I mean, we talk swimming and diving, things like that. I'm talking baseball, football, basketball. I think Bruce Pearl's the best guy that's ever done it at Auburn, period, Charles.
The only other person who's probably in that conversation is Pat Dye.
It's him or Hal Baird. I mean, if you're going to go baseball, football, basketball.
No, I got a lot of love for Coach Baird.
Yeah.
But listen, man, I'm biased at Auburn because of football and basketball. Coach Baird did a hell of a job. You got Coach Champion there who took the women's team to like 2 or 3 Final Fours.
Yep.
Did he take them to 3 or 2 Final Fours in a row?
I know one was in Seattle. I think it was back-to-back Final Fours. I think it was 2 Final Fours in a row.
So Coach Champion in that conversation. But listen, man, what Bruce Pearl has done at Auburn, he's on the Mount Rushmore. We got to come up with something to honor him in a way. We got to come up with something where he could put his name on something important and significant. Because, listen, as much as I love Auburn, and you guys, we never thought Auburn would make it to the Final Four, okay? And we never thought Auburn would make it to the Final Four twice. I told people, I was like, wow, Auburn made it to the Final Four. I thought I said that was the greatest season in Auburn history. And then to go back again, I mean, to get there one time, in my opinion, was incredible. To get there 2 times, I mean, Bruce what he's accomplished is just flat out amazing.
Yeah, Bruce Pearl Court. That's pretty easy. Just put his name on the court.
Playing on the Pearl.
Chuck,
I thought we were trying to get that for Sonny Smith.
Okay.
All right.
I didn't know that. Court. So Sonny Smith Court.
Yeah, because I would love to get Sonny Smith on something. Even if they do Smith Pearl or something like that. Because I say both of them, because Sonny means a lot to me.
Yep.
But Sonny means a lot to me, him and his wife, Jan. But like I say, what Bruce has accomplished at Auburn, man, it's incredible. Hey, I want to say something, but take a little serious note here before we have more fun. Dunaway, you know how much Christina Chambers meant to me and to you.
Yep.
And when you sent me that text, I was in the middle of shooting Capital One commercials. And man, it ruined my whole day. I couldn't concentrate. And I just want to say this, man, I'm going to miss that girl. I want to give her family my thoughts and prayers. And in fairness, the young man, thoughts and prayers, because that's just an awful situation. But I just want to acknowledge Christina, man, because what a really wonderful person. I've known her forever. And her girl, Julie, I can't forget Julie, her best friend. But just wanted, because when you sent me that text, man, I'm like, yo, man, what the heck? Because my phone started going crazy. And I called you, and you told me what happened. And I just want to give her family and the entire Coleman community my thoughts and prayers.
Yeah, well, I'll make sure that they see that. And we were around Christina a lot. We were around Christina a lot with you. And just her spirit, I cannot tell you, and I think I told you this, how many times that if I was in Auburn or if I was in Atlanta or if I was in Birmingham and you were in town, she was like, are you with Barkley? Are y'all out and y'all didn't call me? Are you with Barkley? I bet I got 100 of those texts of her wanting to know if I was with Barkley.
And I used to yell at her all the time. I said, do you actually know my first name? Because every time, hey, Barkley, I'm like, hey, she did all the time. She said, I know when she texted you about you out with Barkley. I said, I used to give her a hard time. I said, you do know my name is Charles, right? So I just want to acknowledge that. Yeah. Hey, can I ask you guys a question?
Real quick, she was present at the famous night at the Cuckoo Room that we have referenced many times on this show.
Yeah. That's
was she? Oh, she.
Yeah.
You heard like
was she that at night we had to carry you home down the way?
I don't. No, she was in Arizona. She was not there yet.
Yeah.
But she was.
I need to get you on some Zep bound because you were damn heavy that night.
That's not true. I was 163 that night.
Okay,
that was my low. I was a skeleton.
So what do y'all do right now that there's no football going on?
That's a great question.
We talked to Charles Barkley for 30 minutes.
You notice you're on the show today, right? Yeah.
Hey, but I do want to ask you about that final game, because the only pleasant, enjoyable memory I have of Super Bowl 36 with the Patriots winning their first Super Bowl, Tom Brady, is Charles Barkley had the money line. They were plus 13.5. You had the money line. I think you won $1 million on that game. So I wanted to ask you, where were you for Super Bowl 60, and what side did you have?
Well, me and 10 of my friends, we just made our 28th straight trip to Las Vegas.
Wow.
We go to Vegas every year. We play golf all weekend. We gamble at night. A little alcoholic frivolity in there. And then we watch the game. I had Seattle. But yeah, I got a group of about 10, probably 12 guys, honestly. We play golf all day Friday, all day Saturday. But this is our 28th straight year going to Las Vegas for Super Bowl. And Lance, it is the most fun place, because all the stuff you can do before Sunday night. But man, it's just a lot of gambling, a lot of drinking, and a lot of golf. But I just went to Vegas my 28th straight year.
Okay, so give us the scene, like your setup in Vegas for the Super Bowl. Where is it? What does it look like? Make us envious.
So I'm in a room with probably 5,000 people. There's big screens everywhere. Like, you can't miss the game. I have about 5 big couches. There's any type of food in the world you want. There's a waiter, waitress come by every 5 to 7 minutes to see if you want something to drink or eat, and they bring it to you. And like, everybody sitting, like, all me and my boys are sitting on these huge couches, and like I say, we drinking a lot. We're watching the game, and I tell you what's exciting, Lance. It's some of the stupidest stuff ever. Like, everybody in the room is bet on the game. So when they do the coin flip, half the room go nuts because they had head to tail. Then half the room go crazy on the number of seconds in the national anthem. And then some random person screams, like they got a safety, or they had somebody how many catches a guy's gonna have. It is one of the most exciting scenes that I've ever been, because everybody in the room is a gambling degenerate. They bet something on the game. And like I say, they got every food in the world, every alcoholic beverage. But the reason it's exciting, because everybody in the room, like, I had a couple of idiots with me bet on the damn coin flip. But I've been all in on Seattle for the last couple months. And they were big for me in the first 2 rounds of the playoffs. And then I was worried about the point spread because it was 4.5. And I was like, you know what? You've been all in on Seattle. Go with it. So, yeah, the game was good to me.
Yeah. I'd love to see your rewards points that you get for Vegas, because when I put my Caesars card in there to see if I get any free rooms, it sort of laughs at me. I'd love to see your rewards cards. I bet it's good to be Barkley's friend in Vegas.
What's that?
Yeah. Yeah. You just know the owner of the casino, right?
I just tell them, I tell my guys, hey, the plane's leaving at this time. And I think I have 6 people on my plane. I said, if I can be late, if any of y'all late, it's over.
You're flying commercial.
It's over.
And then, we flew there Friday, went right to the golf course. Same thing Saturday. Sunday, we got up and just had a little fun. We went to the cigar bar every day, in fairness. At Caesars, as a matter of fact. Caesars was great. They got a great cigar room. And then Sunday night, we watched the game. I gambled a little bit. We went back to the cigar room. And then I told them to have the plane ready at 8 o'clock in the morning, and we were back to Arizona, brother. It was a great weekend.
Did you play Shadow?
Shout out to Did
you play Shadow Creek? Is that where you played?
No, we played. Oh my God! Let me tell y'all about this golf course. So we played Southern Highlands the first day.
Mm-hmm.
Then the second day we played this golf course called Summit. It has the best clubhouse I've ever seen in my life. It's about 150,000 square feet. They got cold plunge, hot plunge, barbershop, a great liquor room, a great market. It's the best amenities ever. A piece of land, guys. So Celine Dion and Mark Wahlberg live out there. There's about, I went there 5 years ago. There were 3 houses. There's 100 houses now. A piece of land, just to get the land, costs $15 million.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Hey, that's just for the land. And every house out there is at least 40 to 50 million. It's crazy. But you have to pay 15 million just for a plot of land. And it's got 100 houses out there, and you have to spend between 30 and 50 million dollars on your house.
We're looking at the clubhouse.
Yeah,
it looks like a
clubhouse.
resort.
It's ridiculous.
I mean, that clubhouse is
It's the most, hey, Donaway, and I've been to some great clubhouses. It's the best clubhouse I've ever been. It's got a full gym that's like a block long.
Wow.
I passed by the gym on my way to the bar. It's the most incredible thing I had ever seen. It was amazing.
What are you watching on TV right now? Anything?
Oh God, my life sucks right now. I'm watching 3 college basketball games a day right now. I'm pretty much done with the NBA. So I'm watching 3 college games a day right now. I'm doing all my homework. It sucks because I have to do my own homework. It wasn't like I was in college and I had Paige do all my homework for me. Paige Tallett's the girl who did all my homework for me back in college. But now I have to do my own homework, and it sucks, man. I didn't realize how hard it was to do your own homework. So right now I'm watching about 3 college games a day. Arizona's the best team. Michigan is really good, but I think Arizona's the best team. After that, I think it's going to be very interesting. Duke is good. Carolina's good. But, man, I think March Madness is – first of all, you can't screw up – even the NCAA, the boneheads they can't screw up March Madness. It's going to be exciting. I tell you what, Calipari's got that team rolling at Kentucky right now. Yep. At Arkansas. So they are rolling. Auburn's going to have to win at least 4 out of – you said they got 7 games left?
Yep.
They probably got to win 4 out of those 7 to get to the big dance. But I think they can do it because when you get beat bad, there's nothing you can do. But when you lose close games, which they have, you can make subtle adjustments. And I believe in Steven to make those subtle adjustments, and I believe in the team.
All right, Charles, here's the T-shirt. It's in Russian, if I can get it right here. Jeez, this was a bad idea. Oh, there we go. It's in Russian, and it's got a famous phrase that you're familiar with. We've got to be a little careful. In orange and blue, where you can get it nextround.store if you want to buy one, nextround.store. I'm going to send you one and send one for your son-in-law, and I can send one for your daughter, too. Yeah.
I would love to have that. I've talked to Coach Gillespie one time.
Yeah.
And I'm so happy to have him at Auburn. I told you, my friends who know college football said, we got a winner, y'all. Okay. And listen, I don't want to be one of them idiots on TV to act like he knows everything about every sport. Those people drive me crazy. So my people who know college football said, we got us a winner.
Yeah, we'll see. I'll send you these. I'll text you to get addresses for your son-in-law and all that and get sizes, but we'll send you a few of these. They'll love it.
I would love that, brother.
He'll know what it says. We love you, Charles. We appreciate the time, man. You're always kind with it.
Hey, man, you guys are the best. I got a lot of love for y'all. I'll see y'all soon. I got to come to Alabama. Me and Doug Jones got to get on the road.
Okay.
We got to stop whatever the hell this is going on. I can't even think of the word for it.
We got that same chair you sat in last time you were here. It's going to be right here. You come on up studio, okay?
Hey, I need some more cushion now. My ass is shrinking.
We'll give you Dunaway's chair. You got plenty of cushion over there. Thank you, buddy. Good to see you.
Hey, Dunaway, tell my girl Mags I said hello.
I will. She finishes at Duke in May. She'll be a fully ordained minister. So 4 years at Duke. I'm about to have a little extra gambling money, so I'll look you up.
Hey, brother, let's go. Let's go.
I hear you.
Always double down on 11, no matter what the deal is.
It's great
Take care,
advice.
guys.
See you, buddy. Thank you. Always fun talking with Charles. Charles Barkley with us on the Alexander Shinara Trial Attorneys Hotline.
Brought to you by our friends at Crane U today. If you ever want to do something different with your life, or maybe you just want to get better at some of the traits you have, Crane U has a variety of ways to help you out.
Yeah, very important when you reach out to our friends at Crane U, either craneu.com or 855-CRANE-U. Mention the next round, 10% off all the great services. Get the Crane training you need today. If you're looking for that new career, need further training to advance your current one, our friends at Crane U offer the comprehensive state-of-the-art, fully stocked training facilities for mobile cranes, overhead lifts, or forklift training. If you want to use your own equipment, the team at Crane U will come to you. On-site and on-location training offered nationwide. Make your job easier, your job site safer. Crane U also offers certification and safety inspections to ensure the safest environment possible. Classes are available monthly. Again, reach out, craneu.com or 855-CRANE-U.
Follow LT on Twitter at @TheLanceTaylor.
Hop in. Injured in an Uber or Lyft? Here's the problem. Was it the driver's fault? The other car? The app company? Good luck figuring that out while you're trying to heal. Alexander Shinara Trial Attorneys, they've got a guy for rideshare accidents. And here's the best part. They don't get paid unless you do. You heal. They fight. One call, 659-777-7777. Or visit alexwins.law. Alexander Shinara Trial Attorneys. Because rideshare accidents need an experienced team. Physical office, Birmingham.
To everyone who craves a fresh meal made just for you, let our team member Jacob share what's special about Culver's.
In Wisconsin, our food comes from the heart, and taking the time to handcraft your meal with care is how we've always done it at Culver's. It's why your Butterburger doesn't touch the grill until after you order.
Come to Culver's and let us serve you a Butterburger made special just for you. From Wisconsin with love, welcome to Delicious.
At Central State Bank, we are large enough to serve you and small enough to know you. Manage your money with ease, whether it's mobile banking, hassle-free checking, competitive loans, business solutions, or personalized financial advice. We're your hometown bank with big-time service. Visit us today and experience banking made simple, because at Central State Bank, you come first.
Member FDIC.
Storm season is here. Make sure you have a plan of action in place right now. Greg from Pell City and Storm Restoration Roofing should be your first call when storms hit. Insurance companies love working with Storm Restoration Roofing because of Greg Nelson's name and reputation in the industry. When storms hit, call Greg Nelson. He's local, 205-542-3531. He's the home of the free no-cost roof inspection. Greg from Pell City on Facebook, 205-542-3531. It's Storm Restoration Roofing. Sterling and the fine folks at Champy's Chicken on Highway 119 in Alabaster want to welcome you in for a great lunch or dinner starting at 11 a.m. every day. Chicken that's brined overnight and cooked to order, and the taste of the Delta with those Delta recipe tamales. Champy's is perfect for all your tailgating needs this football season. You can also choose Champy's for your next party, wedding, or birthday. Great food, great people. Champy's Chicken on Highway 119 in Alabaster, and everything online at champyschicken.com.
Hey, let me tell you about our friends at Urology Centers of Alabama. Compassionate and comprehensive urological care with 35 physicians, 17 locations across Alabama. Their patient-centered approach to all of your urological needs. Remember, they've got that new men's health center. It is beautiful, helping men with a wide range of sensitive male issues in a comfortable environment. You can always go online, visit urologycentersalabama.com, schedule an appointment with one of their many urologists today. Hey, for all of your IT and printing needs, reach out to our friends at Xerox Business Solutions. Look, I'm still one of those old school guys. I print my notes every single day for the show. If you watch the show here on The Next Round, you see all the notes in front of me. From day one, Xerox Business Solutions, they've been with us here at the Next Round. Local for over 45 years. For all of your IT and printing needs, visit XeroxBusinessSolutions.com or call 205-969-3000. That's 205-969-3000.
It's bow time. The Bojangles Chicken Rice Bowl is back. Get dirty rice, slow-cooked Cajun pintos, cheese, and your choice of chicken for just $7.49. But order now. It's only here for a limited time. It's bow time. It's bow time. The Bojangles Chicken Rice Bowl is back. Get dirty rice, slow-cooked Cajun pintos, cheese, and your choice of chicken for just $7.49. But order now. It's only here for a limited time. It's bow time.
All right, let's see. Let's make this our Urology Centers of Alabama correction or clear up of the day. If you've got some pains you need cleared up with our friends at Urology Centers of Alabama, they can help you. Over 70 years of comprehensive and compassionate care here in Alabama. Everything you need in your urological life, they can take care of you, men and women. For the men out there, I always want to talk to you about prostate health, life-saving for early detection. They can give you a baseline and monitor that your entire life at Urology Centers of Alabama. Get all the details at urologycentersalabama.com. 16 convenient locations, great urologists, everything from prostate health to kidney stones. 205-930-0920, urologycentersalabama.com. Cleaning up a little rest of the story on a player with Texas A&M. Let's get this right.
So it's Rashawn Agee who we're talking about, and I mean the facts we said happened. He had the issue at New Mexico. Bucky McMillan testified, in fact, in the case that got him the injunction. Someone from the SEC world has said that there's more to this story than is being reported. And basically it goes back to an initial waiver that was written by USC, apparently was not written well. And that was one of the issues. And Texas A&M and the SEC knew that the information that was left out of that waiver would, in fact, clear him. The problem is the process could last until December or January to get him cleared by the NCAA with that new information because of the way the NCAA works. That was why they ended up in court. They knew that the information they had was good, but it was going to be December or January before it could ever get cleared up. And Texas A&M, I am told by someone in the SEC, went to the SEC first with this information and said, if we've got this piece of information we can prove, would you back us? And the SEC said yes. Then and only then did they go down the road of going to a court of law. So on the surface, yes, they had to go to a court to get him cleared, but it goes a little bit deeper than that. So I did want to clear that up and at least be fair to Rashawn Agee and Texas A&M on that.
It was very odd that the lawyer brought him up in the trial in Tuscaloosa because I'd never
by name
didn't really seem like it made a ton of sense when he said that in court, other than they were doing quote unquote the best they can do. All right, Alabama in action tonight post Bediako. By the way, under the radar, Aiden Holloway scored his 1,000th point over the weekend down at Auburn. I mean, ironically. So he went over to the 1,000 point club, and he did it down at Auburn.
Yeah, it's been playing this year like a lot of Auburn fans believed he would play his freshman year when he was an Auburn Tiger.
Yeah, he's a big part of what Alabama does, and those guards become more important without Bediako moving forward. And back to watching to see what Williamson can bring to the table and Taylor Bowen to help out Aiden Sherrill down low. We'll see how Alabama plays it tonight over in Oxford against Ole Miss. Also Florida and Georgia tonight. We talked the entire first segment of the show about Auburn's loss to Vandy and where they are on the NCAA tournament train right now. You can get that wherever you get our podcast, Apple and Spotify. All right, a little football news now. Let's do a little NFL first, if we can. Is that okay?
Sure.
NFL Look brought to you by our friends at Hemp Hill, Hot or Cold LT. They'll help you out.
Yeah, again, got the guys coming out this later today. Whether you experience plumbing, heating, cooling, any of these issues, home or business, they are ready to serve you. Hard to stop a train. Call Adam, Chad, Andrew, the guys there. Tell them the Next Round sent you. Trust the name. Birmingham has trusted since 1954 for any and all of these issues. For more information, hemphillservices.com.
Non-playoff teams back into the playoffs in the NFL, that is pretty common, right? What is it, about a 50%?
It has been.
Yeah.
Now, with expanded playoffs, I don't know how much that has changed, but historically it's been about 50%.
Yeah, about half the teams that were in it this year don't make it, and about half the teams, you get another influx of new teams in.
Yeah, I mean, this year you had 3, I'm just doing a quick count, 4 new teams, 5 new teams. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Jacksonville was new this year.
Carolina, Chicago. New England.
Yeah. So, yeah, you get some new blood. According to CBSSports.com, 5 teams that could make a leap in 2026.
I mean, they've got to have the Dallas Cowboys and the Cincinnati Bengals both on this list.
Dallas Cowboys are on this list. The Bengals are not on this list.
Okay, that's it. The Falcons will definitely be on this list.
Well, I mean, real quick, though, the Bengals, I don't know if they would have made the playoffs with a healthy Joe Burrow, but, boy, they are right in the hunt in that division. That division was so...
Yeah, and that's why I bring up the Bengals.
Yeah.
I mean, Pittsburgh,
Of
Mike
course.
McCarthy, new coach. You've got
New
Aaron
coach.
Rodgers probably coming back. Baltimore's going to be your heavy favorite in that division, but Cincinnati's got every opportunity.
Ravens with a new coach, though, as well, remember,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Pretty good.
The
one,
Ravens
though.
are on here. They missed the playoffs this year, correct?
They did.
Yeah. So the Ravens are on here.
Are the Falcons on there?
Kansas City's on here. They missed the playoffs this year,
They
too,
did.
right?
They did.
Crazy.
So it's an easy pick.
Yeah, crazy.
You finally caught
Yeah.
Kansas City out of the playoffs, so you call them a bounce-back team.
The 2 teams that are surprising, not who'd you just say?
Falcons.
Not the Falcons, which seems like it should be a sexy pick.
Based on momentum, the New York Giants. I mean, if
they should be on here too.
Yeah,
They're
wow.
not. These 2
Okay.
teams are going to surprise you. One of them is the Las Vegas Raiders.
Boy, we are putting a lot of faith in Mendoza.
Well,
a lot
and
of faith.
Clint Kubiak. Yeah, I mean, Mendoza's going to start year 1, so you really believe a rookie quarterback is going to come in with a rookie head coach and go from 3 wins and improve by 7 wins?
That's hard to believe.
Yeah, I don't see it.
That's what happens, though, I guess, when you have 3-14, New England end up where they did. But to your point, it was a new coach, but it was a guy with experience, and it was the second year for Drake May.
Right. Yeah, so there were a lot of things going in their favor. Again, I don't want to discount anything New England was able to do this year because it was an amazing turnaround.
More on the path of what the Patriots did, and in a division where you think they can get it done, and this is the one I wanted to bring up, the Tennessee Titans.
Look, I think it's a 50-50 split right now whether or not Cam Ward is going to be really good in this league. I mean, Tennessee's got to be improved, much like Vegas, 3 wins last year, but I don't see them making that jump. I mean, they were minus 194 in point differential.
That does feel like
I do love their coach, and Robert Saleh, who's now there.
I do too.
So there's only one team that had a worse point differential. Actually, 2 teams: the Vegas Raiders and the New York Jets. Those are the only worse point differentials than what you had there with the Tennessee Titans.
One thing to watch is they've got $104 million under the cap, so they can be big spenders in this free agency. $104 million under the cap.
But they need help everywhere.
I mean, this boils down, though, to how confident are you guys in Cam Ward?
I'm pretty confident.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, you've seen flashes.
And I think Saleh can put a
who was it?
Robert Saleh can put together a defense that'll be pretty darn good.
And again, that's one of those divisions that just it's up and down. And this year it was the Jags, and the Texans are really good.
And then
the Colts.
I guess the other question would be, how do you feel about Dable? I mean, as an offensive coordinator.
Usually pretty good.
Yeah,
he's been a good offensive coordinator. I don't think he was as bad a head coach as the record is going to eventually show, but I mean, boy, he had bad quarterback issues until he got it good, and then once he got the quarterback issue good, he had bad injury issues.
So for you Titan fans who may be listening in the area, that's pretty interesting. Mario Cristobal, by the way, speaking of Cam Ward, sort of Cam Ward adjacent, third time I use that today, he was asked about Darian Mensah, and he made a comparison to Cam Ward. That I see a lot of Cam Ward in Darian Mensah's play on tape, and that's why we're excited to have him at Miami. You agree?
Yeah, I agree. And that's one of the things that I said when Mensah was trying to get out of the contract with Duke. This is going to, as good as Carson Beck has been, the overall record, this is going to be more Cam Ward-like for Miami. Because, Darian Mensah, I don't even want to say he's a poor man's Cam Ward. He's really, really good. And this is going to be his first opportunity. From Tulane to Duke, now he's going to have a lot of skill around him. So he's going to have every opportunity to really excel. And I fully expect Darian Mensah to be one of the 8-10 best quarterbacks in college football next year, maybe even higher than that.
Yeah, interesting on some of the football news there. We'll get to the viewing menu in just a second. A couple of post-Super Bowl things. One of them, Super Bowl total numbers down by 3 million. The viewership, 124.9 million, down from 127.7 million. But in the second quarter, it peaked at an all-time high of 137.8.
It was a bad game, and it's hard to hook people in. I would imagine the second quarter peak because a lot of people are tuning in for halftime, regardless of who it is. I'm not saying this is some sort of approval rating on Bad Bunny's show. I'm just saying that is the one thing that is going to draw the masses in is the halftime show.
The non-football people.
Yeah, that's why people who are at parties that haven't watched a game all year. They show up is because of the halftime show. So I'm not at all surprised by that's where it peaked. NBC is selling it as the second most viewed Super Bowl of all time, which is true.
Yeah.
But a lot of people are like, boy, you are manipulating the numbers when you say that because, it's maybe the second most viewed of all time. That's because the Super Bowl numbers are climbing at this trajectory, and you dropped off just enough. You were behind like 2 years ago, right?
It was behind last year.
Behind last year is what I mean. Yeah, behind last year. So, like, if I'm climbing Mount Everest – and I'm in the lead group, right? I'm the front climber, and I slip back to third. I'm like, boy, I'm the third fastest up this mountain. Well, you ought to be number one. You are number one, right? And everybody's going up the mountain. And that's why people are being critical of the way NBC is positioning.
Yeah, I wish I would have taken a position on Kalshi on the numbers being down because, it was pretty obvious they were going to be down. When you look at look, I know I said for the last couple of weeks there was a good chance I wasn't going to watch it. I ended up watching it, but I watched it upstairs on a smaller TV and I just wasn't excited about it. And I talked to a lot of people that weren't really excited about this Super Bowl. Now, when it comes down to it and it's 5:30 on a Sunday and there's nothing else going on, you feel like automatically programmed as an American to watch that game, especially if you're a football fan. But I'm not surprised at all the numbers are down.
Yeah, my excitement for Seattle and New England, and I thought it would be an offensively struggling game. I wasn't excited about watching it too. So the fact that they had the highest at one point peak viewership of all time and was second all time, I thought those were pretty good numbers. By the way, yesterday YouTube TV announced this. You guys are YouTube TV users.
Yes.
I don't know if you saw this. If you just want the sports tier, they have that available for you now.
I think I'm going to do this.
Oh, I think I'm going to do this too.
What's the price? I didn't
but
see
it
the
only
price
saves you $18
a month.
$18 a month.
A month.
So that's like if I do want ESPN programming 24/7, that is included on that, right?
That is,
okay.
yeah.
Now,
it's not just live games.
Now, when you say sports tier, if the NFL is on NBC, do I get that game?
I do not know what they call the sports tier.
See, this is what's going to hurt you, Lance.
But if you've got Peacock, and I know Forster's excited about Peacock. He's got him for 28 more days.
28 more days. Yeah. Still the trial runs out.
I have yet to find anything other than the Super Bowl that I want to watch.
We had our weekly meeting yesterday, and Forster was like, does anybody know anything good on Peacock?
And nobody had anything.
Yeah.
I told him, I was like, I'm giving the Burbs one more episode. If it's good, I'm in. If it's not, I'm out. So I'll let you know. But he's not even interested in the Burbs, so I can't sell him on that one. I'm going to give it one more try.
That's not on Peacock.
Yeah, it is, 100%.
Yeah, it is.
Well, where do I get the Burbs?
Peacock?
Yeah. If you even want to watch them. Are you excited about the Burbs?
No, I've got the Burbs on one of my platforms. It queues up for me. I don't know if it's on Prime, on Hulu, or
it might be
on
Are
Apple.
you talking about the old Tom Hanks movie?
No.
I'm talking about the series.
It
yeah,
might be on Prime or Apple TV. Sometimes they have like new series that are coming out, and they'll either have like the first episode free, or they'll just have it on the front page so that when you click it, it prompts you to rent it. Or
maybe it's on
sign
Apple
up.
TV I think it is because that's where I get Shrinking. So.
But it's a Peacock show.
Dat, I don't know who this is in the chat room, but Dat basically says, essentially YouTube TV is now telling you, we're going to give you less options for what you originally paid for all the options.
Yeah.
I mean, that's essentially what they're doing.
No, they are, yeah.
Yeah, we're going to give you less options for what you originally paid for all the options.
And I'm smart to know that it's $18 less a month now, and if enough people do it, it'll be up.
Right where you're paying right now. What I don't know is, like, Big Ten on CBS. Not that I watch a ton of that, but do they consider that sports package?
Yeah.
My guess is no.
The networks. You need to find out if the networks
That's
are
right.
involved.
When they're showing sports.
Before we do the viewing menu for today, the show brought to you by our friends at Bojangles. Before Brownie tells you about them, our tender moment is Justin Thomas. He is ready and cleared fully, the Alabama golfer, to return to full golf activities. He had the microdiscectomy last November. He won the RBC Heritage last year, played in the Ryder Cup, then had the back surgery. This is the type of surgery that you told me Tiger Woods did.
I think twice Tiger had microdiscectomy, and initially it helped. If you talk to almost anyone that's involved in this field, they will tell you never just have one back surgery, and that becomes the problem for Justin Thomas's age. You know, Tiger had it in his 40s, and he's had to have 2 of them. But unfortunately for Justin Thomas, a lot of times, I did not get my medical degree at Jack State, but I've seen this enough in sports. A lot of times this provides immediate and sustained, semi-sustained relief, but eventually you have to do it again. And that's the unfortunate thing for him, is he's probably going to have to do this again at some point.
Yeah, but he's cleared now. He's going to work his way into the Florida swing and hopes to be ready to go for the Masters. So Justin Thomas.
I hope so.
That's good news. A little ahead of schedule there for Justin Thomas. That's our tender moment of the day, brought to you by our friends at Bojangles.
And at Bojangles right now, you get those heart-shaped Bowberry biscuits for a great cause. Not just a great breakfast, but a great cause. The Hardest Yard, the Greg Olson Foundation, and the Bojangles Foundation, helping research and heart health in the communities they serve. Get that right now at Bojangles, where you can always make it bow time.
Hey, and if you wear glasses or contacts, you owe it to yourself to make the phone call that I made back in 2003. Dr. Mark Michelson, Dr. Jen Michelson, and Michelson Laser Vision. I had the 2200 vision, legally blind without the aid of contacts. After the procedure, 2015 better than 2020. Make the phone call that I made. 205-969-8100. Ask for Amy. Tell her the next round sent you. She's going to hook you up with a hassle-free consultation. For more information, michelsonlaservision.com.
Unfortunately, no new releases today.
Oh, no.
But we have been getting some leaks about the plot on the newest Spider-Man movie that comes out later this year, because fans are going nuts because there hasn't been a trailer yet, and it's supposed to drop in May, I believe, May or June, and we haven't seen anything from this movie. So I'm wanting to go back and watch all the old Spider-Man movies, the Tobey Maguire trilogy, the Andrew Garfield 2 movies, and then the trilogy with Tom Holland, because Spider-Man is one of my favorite comic book characters, and seeing some of the reported details for the new movie reaffirm that for me.
So I think Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield, both good actors, but Tom Holland just fits the role so much better. So those I thought were very average, but all of the Tom Holland, especially Homecoming, I thought was really, really good. And I'm not a comic book Marvel Universe guy.
Yep, Tom Holland is a good happy medium for the Peter Parker Spider-Man balance. But the Tobey Maguire movies kicked off the entire run of comic book movies we've had in the past 20, 25 years. Next up, Scott, you can watch something on Peacock tonight. It is a movie called Train to Busan. Have you heard of it?
I have not, Tyler. Educate me.
It's a zombie movie. A man catches a train to Busan in Korea with his daughter on her birthday to see his wife. However, things take a nightmarish turn when a zombie outbreak occurs. It is one of the best zombie movies I've ever seen. It is surprisingly emotional and well shot and well acted.
Are there subtitles?
There are subtitles.
Scott's Brown, out. You want to watch it with me?
Scott's out.
Brown's going to come over and watch it.
No subtitles.
Next up, Netflix added a movie that Lance talked about yesterday, Ex Machina. A young programmer is selected to participate in a groundbreaking experiment in synthetic intelligence by evaluating the human qualities of a highly advanced humanoid AI. We're approaching that scary movie reality.
I mean, we talked about it yesterday on Trash. I'll tell you what I loved is Oscar Isaac's house in that. And I think it was filmed in either Norway or Iceland. But it's I mean, if you like any type of sci-fi, and we're starting to interweave reality with sci-fi now. So I highly recommend it. I thought it was great.
Yeah, I think it's a fantastic movie, and as sci-fi just becomes real more and more every day, I think it just ages better.
What have you heard about Crime 101? I'm very intrigued by this. I don't know why.
I haven't heard anything from it. It's got a pretty stacked cast.
It does.
But there's just no buzz around it. So I'm expecting it to be kind of middle-of-the-road crime drama, but I'll still see it.
Okay, so I had multiple people reach out to me about the documentary that I recommended yesterday. You guys remember the HBO documentary?
I do, yes.
Yeah, and it's I'll Be Gone in the Dark. So I finished it for the second time late last night. But Bo sent me a text, Bo O'Neill, our president here, and he was like, this is amazing. I'm probably going to finish all episodes tonight. So if you guys haven't seen it, I'm telling you, it's got one of the best twists ever.
And then finally, on viewing menu today, FXM at 4:50, and then again at 7:40, if you missed it the first time, A Complete Unknown, starring Timothy Chalamet as Bob Dylan, and also Edward Norton as, I forget who he plays. But the movie was okay, but a lot of other people really like it. So if you're a Bob Dylan fan, go check it out.
Okay, real quick, Marty Supreme started streaming yesterday. At least you can buy or rent. I still haven't seen it, but I think I'm all in this weekend. Worth the watch, right?
Yeah, I would say it's worth the watch just to see how you feel about it. It didn't do it for me, but for a lot of other people, it's their favorite movie of the year.
Just don't like Timothy Chalamet campaigning so hard to win Best Actor.
He's trying too hard.
Yeah.
Are we all?
You can bet on all that stuff at Cal.
You can. Yeah, you absolutely can. I would take a position on him, too, because he's probably going to win.
On best movies, best actors, and all that. Is that it, Tyler?
That's all I got today.
That's what Tyler's watching tonight. Part of the show being brought to you by the great folks at New York Butcher Shop. LT was by there, as he said earlier in the show, last night.
I was. I picked up a little beef tenderloin last night. I put my order in for Valentine's Day because I will not be hitting the restaurant scene on Saturday night. You get 2 of those choice fillets or the prime fillets. You get salad for 2. You get the rolls for 2. It is either $59 or $69. They are taking the pre-orders right now. Our man Jim, both locations, Cahaba Heights and Highway 119. I'm going to pull these numbers for you because I want to make sure I get them right. I always go to the Greystone location, but just the best when it comes to all of the fantastic meats there. It is actually $69.99 for the choice, $79.99 for the prime. Again, 2 of the certified Angus beef fillets, 2 of the twice baked potatoes, fresh salad for 2, and yeast rolls. $69.99 for the choice, $79.99 for the prime. Available for pickup tomorrow, Friday, and Saturday. Cahaba Heights 205-970-7300, Greystone 205-703-8825. Rare quality, well done service. It is the New York Butcher Shop.
Follow Scott Forrester on Twitter at Scott Forrester TV.
We interrupt this program for breaking news. From the Gators of the litigation situation. Insurance companies have a playbook. I repeat, insurance companies have a playbook. Deny, delay, defend. They know which law firms will fold and settle cheap. They are not on your side. That's corporate greed at work. At Alexander Sonara Trial Attorneys, we fight back. We have the resources, the muscle, and the will to take them on. And you don't pay a dime unless we win. They fight dirty. We fight hard. Call 659-777-7777 or hit up alexwins.law.
Physical office location, Birmingham.
Sterling and the fine folks at Champy's Chicken on Highway 119 in Alabaster want to welcome you in for a great lunch or dinner starting at 11 a.m. every day. Chicken that's brined overnight and cooked to order, and the taste of the Delta with those Delta recipe tamales. Champy's is perfect for all your tailgating needs this football season. You can also choose Champy's for your next party, wedding, or birthday. Great food, great people. Champy's Chicken on Highway 119 in Alabaster, and everything online at champyschicken.com.
At Central State Bank, we are large enough to serve you and small enough to know you. Manage your money with ease, whether it's mobile banking, hassle-free checking, competitive loans, business solutions, or personalized financial advice. We're your hometown bank with big-time service. Visit us today and experience banking made simple, because at Central State Bank, you come first.
Member FDIC.
To everyone who craves a fresh meal made just for you, Let our team member Jacob share what's special about Culver's.
In Wisconsin, our food comes from the heart, and taking the time to handcraft your meal with care is how we've always done it at Culver's. It's why your Butterburger doesn't touch the grill until after you order.
Come to Culver's and let us serve you a Butterburger made special just for you. From Wisconsin with love, welcome to Delicious.
Hey, for all of your IT and printing needs, reach out to our friends at Xerox Business Solutions. Look, I'm still one of those old school guys. I print my notes every single day for the show. If you watch the show here on the next round, you see all the notes in front of me. From day one, Xerox Business Solutions, they've been with us here at the next round. Local for over 45 years. For all of your IT and printing needs, visit XeroxBusinessSolutions.com or call 205-969-3000. That's 205-969-3000. Hey, let me tell you about our friends at Urology Centers of Alabama. Compassionate and comprehensive urological care with 35 physicians, 17 locations across Alabama. Their patient-centered approach to all of your urological needs. Remember, they've got that new men's health center. It is beautiful, helping men with a wide range of sensitive male issues in a comfortable environment. You can always go online, visit urologycentersalabama.com, schedule an appointment with one of their many urologists today. Hey guys, Valentine's Day right around the corner. Why go out and battle the crowd at restaurants when you can have the best meal right there at home from our friends at the New York Butcher Shop? Right now, the Valentine's Day special, 2 certified Angus beef fillets, 2 twice-baked potatoes, fresh salad for 2, yeast rolls. The Choice, $69.99. The Prime, $79.99. Available for pickup Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Make the call. Cahaba Heights, 205-970-7300. Greystone, 205-703-8825. The New York Butcher Shop. Rare quality, well-done service.
It's bow time. The Bojangles Chicken Rice Bowl is back. Get dirty rice, slow-cooked Cajun pintos, cheese, and your choice of chicken for just $7.49. But order now. It's only here for a limited time. It's bow time. It's bow time. The Bojangles Chicken Rice Bowl is back. Get dirty rice, slow-cooked Cajun pintos, cheese, and your choice of chicken for just $7.49. But order now. It's only here for a limited time. It's bow time.
Jim Dunaway, Lance Taylor, Ryan Brown. Live from the Birmingham Racecourse Casino Studios, the next round, presented by Bud Light, is on now.
Final hour of the show brought to you by our friends at Champy's World Famous Fried Chicken, champy'schicken.com. That's Sterling and the crew on Highway 119. Listen, if you're stuck out of state and you miss the great state of Alabama and you're ever in the area again, go by and see Sterling on Highway 119 in Alabaster and taste that great southern fried chicken, that hand-cut chicken fingers, some Mississippi Delta recipe tamales. I hated tamales until I had one from Champy's. It is so good. He's curated a wonderful atmosphere of space and a wonderful crew there that just delivers a wonderful dining experience, whether it's lunch, open now, or dinner. Champy's Chicken, Highway 119 in Alabaster, champy'schicken.com. We're going to do 4 downs in a little bit. I've got some college football we're going to get to here in this segment, but one more basketball comment about Bucky McMillan. I told this before the show to Brownie. I said, man, I hope Bucky doesn't change.
He hasn't yet.
I loved his comment about how we're going to be compensated earlier. If you watch the end of Florida's win over Texas A&M in College Station over the weekend, Florida, they were celebrating a little bit, and there was some chirping going on in the handshake line. Cooler heads prevailed. Nobody threw punches or anything, but it was heated in the handshake line. So yesterday, Bucky had this to say, and you see the chirping going on there, people being separated. Some of the assistant coaches were doing the talking. And Bucky sort of puts this right back in Florida's lap here. I sort of like this comment. Listen in.
I didn't see much of it, like people ask me about it. Great. I'm really glad when we have teams that are have won national championships and are first place in the league, that if they get a win, they're so freaking happy. Like that means something. Like it's like if people if it's like, man, it got to be a lot of talk and a lot of jawing. That meant so much because they value that we're pretty good, right? So, like, the more that goes on, the more I'm like, good, we're getting there. That means something to them, you know? So I like that personally, you know what I'm saying? And, but you know, we'll be good. We'll be good.
I mean, I love that attitude that, Florida won the national championship last year. And they just came in and they just beat us. And it was such a big win for them that they're doing all these shenanigans after the game.
Yeah, look, I think it shows you that Florida, it's not just an expectation we're going to roll into this building and we're going to go through the motions and we're going to run this team off the court. It's like going into this, we know that A&M, the way they're playing right now, they are one of the best teams in our league. And to be able to go on the road and to beat them does mean something. Now, Florida was only a 5.5-point favorite, so, that game was up in the air. But,
even from Vegas, yeah.
Yeah, but, that was the opening line, and I guess it closed at 5.5 as well. But Florida did dominate that game.
They did. They showed they're the best team in the SEC, and I think everybody agrees with that now. I will say the finish, what do they have, 7 games left, A&M? Or is that 8? Whatever it is. It's not a terrible finish for them. Like, I think Bucky's got a chance to land this plane and get them –
double bye
all the way through to Friday in the SEC tournament, which means you're probably in contention for this year. I mean, last year that would have meant you're in contention for a 1 or 2 seed in the SEC. This year you're probably in contention for a 4 or 5 seed.
That's right.
If you're into the double bye, maybe a 3 for Florida or somebody like that.
Okay, well, a couple of basketball things before we get to football and 4 downs. The Big 12 announcing moments ago that for their conference tournament, where do they play that? Is it Kansas City?
They played it in Kansas City before.
Kansas City. I think that's back there again this year.
Kind of a home game for the Jayhawks.
They're going with the LED floor for competition. Here's the Big 12, and this is the floors they're going to go with for the Big 12 tournament.
I mean, does this sell 10 extra tickets?
It does seem like it.
I mean, I don't know about you guys, but if I'm like on the fence, I'm going to the Big 12 or not. Oh, damn, they're going to do LED floors.
Dad, do they have an LED floor? Yeah, son. Okay, we'll go.
Watch the introductions.
Oh, it's cool.
Yeah.
So, is that video showing me that I can change all the logos on them? That's not what that's showing me.
Yeah, they could use the home floor of the team if they wanted to.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Well, I sound like the oldest man in the world right here, but
yeah.
What are they doing now?
Wow.
Well, TCU floor last night's awful. They need an LED floor.
There's a lot of bad floors in basketball.
Yeah. We don't like the Brown and I were talking, I don't like the Charlotte Hornets.
Oh, the honeycomb floor?
Yeah.
Terrible.
There's
your NBA talk.
That's coming to. I can't believe we're so close to conference tournament time, but there you go. That's what the floor is going to look like at the Big 12 tournament. I'm going to beat Brown to the punch. We're at that part of the year where at the 5 weeks mark, under 5 weeks before Selection Sunday, top 25 offensive, top 25 defensive, Ken Pom numbers.
Right.
Since 2002, all but one NCAA men's basketball national champion ranked in the top 25 of offensive and defensive efficiency from Ken Pom. There are 10 teams there.
To be fair, I think it's top 40 offense. The one I've always done is top 40 offense, top 25 defense.
Reading from Yahoo today, since 2002, all but one NCAA men's basketball champion ranked among the top 25 teams nationally in both offensive and defensive efficiency per Ken Pom.
I'm going to guess if you stretch it out to top 40, you get all the national champions. But all but one is still really good.
Only 10 teams. Number 1, Arizona.
Not a surprise.
Number 2, Michigan.
Also not.
Number 3, Houston. Number 4, Duke. Number 5, Iowa State. Have you heard an SEC team yet?
I have not. Nope. You'll get to one.
Number 12, Gonzaga. Number 13, Purdue. Unranked, Iowa. Oh. And then 2 SEC teams.
Well, I know Florida is one. I have not looked at this. Honestly, I'd kind of forgotten about this, to be real with you.
Florida is one of the teams.
Florida
There's
is
another
one.
SEC team.
Is it Vanderbilt or Tennessee?
It is Vanderbilt. And when I saw that, that's when I stopped overreacting about last night's loss by Auburn.
That Vanderbilt beats the national championship criteria? Let me pull up Ken Pom real quick.
That Vanderbilt is there with the Ken Pom.
Yeah.
14th Florida, 19th Vandy. When Yahoo went to bed here with this website story. Miami of Ohio is the nation's only remaining undefeated team. They're nowhere near this group. They're 63rd in offense, 146th in defense.
Yeah, and Iowa plays in College Park tonight against Maryland. I mean, they are in the coaches poll.
They're 19th in the KenPom, so they're not that far off.
And they've got Purdue at home on Saturday, is that right? Yeah. They've got Purdue at home on Saturday, so if they're able to win those games, they're going to be squarely ranked.
Alabama is 20th in the KenPom, to put in perspective where Iowa is. Now, Alabama's 65th defensively based on KenPom, so that's why they don't fall into this, because they're easy on offense. They're number 2 on offense. The top offense in the country is Illinois. Alabama's number 2.
By the way, Alabama beat that number 1 offense on virtually an Illinois home court. It was in Chicago earlier this year. And the year Alabama went to the Final Four, we were having the same discussion about Alabama's defense.
Yeah. That's true. You're absolutely right about that. And eventually it did catch up with them. I'm trying to look, Jim, to see.
In the Final Four.
Yeah, in the Final Four caught up with them. Louisville is close, by the way. I don't know if you guys think of Louisville as a national championship contender. 12th offense, 28th defense. They look
really good this week.
Yeah,
earlier against NC State.
Against NC State.
Barely miss on defense. I was going to say who's close on defense, but not particularly close on offense, or is just missing the cut on offense. Connecticut. You didn't even mention them. Did you notice that?
They're really good.
5th defensively, 28th offensively. So they just barely miss the offensive cut. So those are some teams that could work their way into this discussion.
Well, that would cover all 4 of my Final Four teams right now: Arizona, Michigan, Duke, and UConn.
That's who you got in your Final Four?
Yeah.
Without seeing their path in the tournament, you're going to go.
We'll see if the committee may stack them all in the same place. All right, let's get back to football before we do 4 downs. It's brought to you today by our friends at CPAP Plus Sleep Home Alabama LT.
Yeah, look, you got to get that quality 8+ hours of sleep per night. If you're not getting it, you need to go see the O'Neill brothers. Joe, Woody, fantastic guys. 5 locations throughout the state of Alabama. 3 right here in the Birmingham area, including Pelham, Highway 280, and Trussville. Hundreds of 5-star Google reviews. Trust CPAP Plus for all of your CPAP needs. CPAP Plus, every night matters. Stop by today where you're going to find the best service and equipment all in stock, ready for you. For more information, o'neillmed.com. That is ONEAL med.com.
I'm going to project that we can't get past 4 on any of these. CBS Sports, their power rating in college football of all 4 major conferences so far, and I want to see collaborative you two working together, Brown, which did not work during our final. Well, it did work during our Final Four. It was the back room that sucked at it when we were doing our Family Feud that day.
Mm-hmm.
But can we get past 4th in trying to project the power ratings in football?
Okay, so this is for each conference as done by CBS Sports. Lance and I have to predict how they project.
Before you give me an official answer, y'all can work through it. We'll start with the Atlantic Coast Conference. Who do you guys think they have as number 1 in their power ratings going into the season?
I think it probably is, it's going to be Miami.
Is Miami your final answer?
Yes. Miami's final answer.
Okay, you're past Miami. Who is number 2 in their power rating?
It's going to be Clemson.
Walk this through.
I was going to ask you if you think Clemson bounces back.
I think that they will think Clemson will bounce back. 7-6, I mean, if not the biggest disappointment in college football, maybe LSU was. But they were right there. But I think it's going to be Clemson based on still talent they've got coming back. Although they lose 2 or 3 first-round guys this year. But I still think it's going to be Clemson.
I think they're going to go name brand and go Clemson.
It is SMU.
I almost said SMU, but I didn't think they
did not make it past.
0 for 1.
But now you did start with the most difficult conference. I know alphabetically that's where you typically start.
It was the one I had pulled up.
Yeah, I get it. I get it.
We're going to go Big 12.
But how about if we get the 4? That's still
okay. Here we go. Number 3, Virginia.
Okay, we weren't getting that.
Number 4, Louisville.
Okay, so we were out. We had Clemson.
Number 5, Virginia Tech.
Holy crap. Clemson.
Number 6, NC State. Number 7, Clemson.
Did Clemson give up football?
Georgia Tech, 8th. Just if you're wondering what you think Tech's going to be next year.
Well, Clemson technically was 9th in the ACC this year.
Yeah. Florida State, 10th. Florida State, by the way, behind Cal.
Well, that would be an advance. They were 13th last year.
Yep. Duke, 11th. North Carolina with Bill Belichick, 12. Pittsburgh, Wake Forest, Syracuse, Stanford, Boston College.
Let me ask you guys, if Clemson finishes 9th, with Dabo's attitude to, and look, I know it's a little different because he finally went and got a guy out of the portal, but if you're a Clemson fan, as much as he's done for you, don't you kind of want to reset?
9th in the ACC?
Yeah.
I would officially say for the first time in a long time, Dabo's on the hot seat. I think you could officially start having that conversation.
I think you can't do it. It sounds crazy because I thought for sure it was lifetime pass.
And I don't know how big the buyout is. I think it's quite large, but you could start having the discussion.
Okay, by LT's request here.
See if we can get all four, the top 4.
I'm just going to let you guys work it through your head. Give me the top 4 in the Big 12.
Big 12.
It's going to be Texas Tech.
Texas Tech
BYU
is one.
for sure. Those two.
I think you're right about BYU.
Then it gets tricky.
A lot of people are singing the praises of Baylor in the offseason. I know you don't want to buy into to Dave Aranda.
You know, I have not looked yet down the list here yet. I'm trusting you guys. You don't have CBS pulled up.
No,
I do not.
Texas Tech, BYU are there.
Before you answer, do you feel like he hurts you or he helps you when we're doing these things? I don't know. Baylor may be in here, but I felt like that's the kind of thing you bring up that could derail the whole, could sink the ship. I feel like you hurt the partnership
So I
sometimes.
should let Lance do all his picks and say, but then there's Baylor.
No, I'm just saying that.
I'm just telling you, people are thinking Baylor.
Baylor, I'm not trying to.
Here's where I am. I know Texas Tech and BYU are too. I think Utah, based on what they've got coming back, although it's Morgan Scalley and not Kyle Whittingham, I still think they're going to put Utah in the top 4.
Okay.
So I feel good about those 3. Right. Where number 4 is where it gets difficult for me.
I'm telling you, there's some chatter about Baylor and the fact that they were good in the portal.
If you want to go Baylor, I will go Baylor. But can I get my confirmation on Texas Tech, BYU, and Utah? Those are final answers.
I'm not giving. Okay, Utah, I'm putting into the box final answer. I'm going to wait till you put the 4th one in.
Who would you go if not Baylor?
If I didn't go with Baylor.
That's a good way to work through it there.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I think I would take a flyer on either Arizona State or Arizona.
Those are 2 good ones.
But I don't feel good about it, and you immediately popped up Baylor, so we can roll with Baylor.
Let's go Baylor.
Okay. And no looking at the chat room.
No looking
either,
at the chat room.
Okay.
Nope.
Here, my first look at this. Number 1 is Texas Tech.
Okay.
Number 2 is BYU.
There we go.
Utah's a little dicey, but I still feel like it's going to be the top 4 based on talent.
Baylor's the diciest.
Oh, yeah.
Number 3, Houston.
Willie Fritz.
Connor Wegman's back.
I think it was
Willie
10
Fritz.
wins last year.
Yeah. And this team
It's a poor program, though. I think a poor program would be in the top 4.
They're poor in basketball. They're apparently rich in football.
Missed that part.
And number 4 is Arizona. 9-win Arizona.
We didn't even get Utah in there.
Brent Brennan just got a contract. Number 5 was Arizona State.
Oof.
Number 6, Utah. Number 7, TCU.
Who's talking about Baylor?
Number 8, Oklahoma State. Number 9, Kansas State. This is where he hurts you. Number 10, Kansas. Number 11, Cincinnati.
Holy shit.
Number 12, Colorado. Number 13, Baylor. Number 14, UCF. 15, West Virginia. 16, Iowa State.
I read a headline somewhere that said
Iowa State.
I read
Matt
a
Campbell
headline.
gone.
I read a headline that said Baylor had done well in the portal, Jim.
No chat room. No looking at CBS
Did our friend Matt Mosley write it?
I don't know if Mosley wrote it. I think Mosley's down on Baylor right now.
I'm sure he is.
He sends out now. You know what Mosley will do? Boy, he'll send out a golf story, like tennis story. Like Baylor won a big tennis match. Mosley will retweet it in a heartbeat.
Proud alum.
Work your 4 for the Big Ten.
Okay, we know Ohio State and Oregon are there 1,000%.
Yep.
I think Indiana's still going to be there.
I think you're right about that. And then now here's the question: do you go USC? Do you buy Matt Campbell at Penn State?
I think USC is the answer here. I mean, Michigan would be in the mix. I think Iowa would be in the mix. I think Penn State's in the mix. But I think the 4 here are kind of not easy. Ohio State, Oregon, Indiana for sure easy. I want to go USC.
Okay, I'm good with that.
That's our 4.
Yeah.
Okay. And notice he didn't get in your way here this time.
I'm still trying to find Baylor in the portal.
Works. Here we go. From CBSSports.com, Indiana 1.
Okay. I don't have a problem with that.
Ohio State 2. Oregon 3. Who did you...
wait, USC.
Not USC.
Who is it?
USC's 5. It is Michigan 4.
Okay.
Where they are betting a lot on Bryce Underwood improving, in my opinion.
Well, they're betting a lot on Kyle Whittingham.
I think Whittingham is a really good coach. This is going to be obviously the best job for sure that he's ever had. And I think Bryce Underwood, although he was shaky, I think he is going to be more comfortable in year 2, and I think he's going to end up being really good. So I don't have a problem with that.
Washington 6, Penn State 7, Iowa 8, Minnesota 9, Nebraska 10, Illinois 11, sexy offseason last year, UCLA 12, Northwestern 13, Rutgers 14, Wisconsin 15, Michigan State 16, Mike Loxley with a new president 17, Purdue 18.
Well, I'll tell you, what really jumps out is Luke Fickell.
Yeah.
That's going to be a problem. And I think Matt Rule, and the Nebraska job is obviously difficult, but again, everything gets magnified with what Indiana's doing with that great fan base that's Nebraska. And I don't know what kind of money. I don't think Larry, the cable guy's got millions of dollars to throw to them. But I do think Nebraska probably should be in a better spot. I mean, they were 7-6 last year in year 3?
Yeah, I mean, I'm 100% with you on that.
4 downs in just a second. Give me the SEC. Work through your 4.
This one's tough. I mean, I think Georgia's definitely going to be in it.
Georgia definitely will be in it. Texas definitely.
I think CBS is going to buy LSU and all the money they spent. I think I'd have to put LSU
I would put LSU in there, too.
Now the tough one.
Yeah, now the tough one.
You go A&M.
He's back influencing you.
Yeah, I think it's A&M.
Do you?
Yeah.
That's who I'd go with.
Yeah.
I think
There's our 4.
Georgia, Texas, Texas A&M, LSU in no particular order.
I actually feel pretty good about that. Like, I feel good that that's what they're going to have. I'm not saying I feel good that's how it's going to play out.
What you're saying. Texas 1.
Yep.
Georgia 2. Texas A&M 3. Right now, if we were doing deal or no deal, and it was $1 million is still out there, or is it's $1,000 in the suitcase? If I offered you
the banker
$100,000, would you take your?
And I've got what 3? What 3 are in?
You've got
Howie.
You've gotten Texas A&M.
Yeah.
You've gotten Georgia. You've gotten Texas.
So now the $1 million is resting on LSU.
So would you take $100,000 and walk away, or risk going $1,000 or $1 million?
Okay, let's look at this. The only teams it could be, Ole Miss is a possibility. I mean, is Chambliss coming back?
Yeah, I mean,
Oklahoma is a possibility. Tennessee and Alabama are possibilities.
Yeah.
I think I would go run for the $1 million here. I think I would take LSU for the $1 million.
We're going to stay, Howie. We're going to stay for our $1 million, Howie.
Save the confetti. No need to run it. Oklahoma 4.
Dang. $1,000, buddy. 500 apiece.
LSU 5. Alabama 6. Ole Miss 7. Missouri, South Carolina, Florida. Tennessee 11. Auburn 12. Kentucky, watch them, 13. Vandy 14. Arkansas 15. Mississippi State 16.
Okay, let's just say it plays out like this. Go through it again. And the fan base is where they would be on this. Okay. Texas winning the SEC.
Well, top 4 teams are going to be playoff teams.
Yeah. Okay.
Texas, Georgia, Texas A&M, and Oklahoma.
Everybody's excited about that. Okay, keep moving.
LSU is going to be borderline playoff team at 5.
I think they're
May
disappointed.
in, May out.
Yeah, they're disappointed by that.
Well, if they get in, it's good. If they don't, it's going to be Kalen DeBoer year 1 at Alabama.
But if you're 6th at Alabama, that's not a playoff team.
That's very disappointing.
I mean, people are done with Kalen DeBoer.
Yep.
Ole Miss is 7.
That's very disappointing.
It's disappointing. Now, if you've got Chambliss in 7 or not Chambliss, if it's Deuce 9 and 7, it's going to feel different. Yeah.
Yeah. I would expect Chambliss hearing is coming up tomorrow. I expect him to be cleared.
Yeah.
Missouri is 8th, about where they've been.
Yeah, that's where they were this year. 8-5, 4-4 in conference.
South Carolina's 9, about where they were a year before last.
Yeah, it's a big improvement though. 1-7 last year, 4-8 overall. South Carolina would be fine with that, I think.
Florida's 10th, about where they were a year before last.
10th should be 3 wins in conference, which is just a little bit of an improvement. I think they're okay though. It's year 1.
Tennessee trending down at 11.
That's a big disappointment.
Yeah, because you went from college football playoff team to 4-4 in conference, 8-5 overall, to worse than that.
12 is Auburn, about where you've been.
First year of a coach, that is disappointing, but you get leeway because this is first year.
Kentucky 13, depending on what it looks like.
Yeah,
year
if
1.
it's a more exciting 13.
Yeah.
Vanderbilt 14.
Yeah, that's a big. I can't believe I'm saying it. It's a big disappointment.
No, it is. I think that they are sold that they're going to be in the mix.
Yep. And then Arkansas, Mississippi State, where they always are.
That's where they
always have been. Yeah. All right, that's CBS Sports. A really look ahead there. Hey, before we do, our friends at Central Alabama Asphalt's 4 Downs. Tell us about Inverness Country Club, LT. I know you got a chance to get out there a lot.
Not nearly as much as Brown.
Hey, now I'll be there today and tomorrow.
I just don't play the golf. I love just going up there, getting a cold beer and eating some of that great food at the Inverness Country Club. Look, they got memberships that fit absolutely everyone. You can sell your wife on, hey, look, I play a lot of golf, but the social membership, you're going to love that. And childcare, a big plus for both of you. You and your wife on a day of golf or tennis, guess what? Drop the kid, go have yourself a day on the court or course, dinner with friends, knowing the kid is safe on site is a huge plus. To take a tour of the unbelievable club, call Aaron today, 205-991-8608 or online, iccalabama.com.
And our friends at Central Alabama Asphalt.
It is time for 4 Downs with Central Alabama Asphalt. If you're looking for asphalt work done right the first time, Central Alabama Asphalt and Construction does that for you. They are based in Tuscaloosa, but they serve all of Central Alabama. They've done major state government and municipal roadways, so you know you can depend on them. Not a big company job or a little company job. They're an any job company, right? They've got dedicated divisions focused entirely on private driveways, as small as that, as Jim mentions, are smaller asphalt projects. It's the same crews. It's the same quality that you get on the big state jobs. Same no excuse standards, no matter the size of the job. That's how they do business. From highways to neighborhoods, Central Alabama Asphalt, they are client-oriented, quality-focused, and built to deliver. Get an estimate or call for opportunities at 205-764-4961. That's 205-764-4961 or centralalabamaasphalt.com.
First down.
No celebrity birthdays yesterday, all celebrity birthdays today. Sheryl Crow, 64 years old. Ultimately, better career, Sheryl Crow or Cheryl Miller?
That's going to be hard for me, LT. Or it's not going to be hard for me because I enjoy Sheryl Crow's music. You know, I'm a huge fan of Little Affair, that genre of the 90s.
Yeah. Ouch.
I mean, I loved all of the 90s. I love 90s rap, 90s country, 90s rock, and the 90s female artists. I loved them all. So that's Sheryl Crow for me.
I got a text
for whatever
the other
reason,
day.
I've never been a huge women's basketball fan.
Well, it's boring.
Well,
but I'll tell you this. I got a text the other day, and you know who David Herman is. Played at Sanford,
Yep.
very great. I don't know why. It was just a random text. We're having a debate in the office. David Herman in his prime playing Cheryl Miller in her prime.
How big was David Herman?
Game of 21, he's 6'3", 6'4". Game of 21, he beats her 21-4.
I'd say no.
Oh, he would smoke her ass. She might not score.
Oh, I think you're underrating Cheryl Miller.
Oh, she was great. She scored 100 points in a game.
Yeah.
She was great at a bad period of time. If she had been as good as she was, she'd be Caitlin Clark now if she had been good. She just came along when women's basketball wasn't popular. I'm not saying anything about that game. I don't know.
No, he 21-4.
Yeah.
I would say that, but is Sheryl Crow easy for me?
I would go Sheryl
I'd
Crow,
probably
too.
go Sheryl Crow.
I don't know how talented she was. She could strum a guitar, and she had a decent voice, but...
Yeah, and from everything I was told, just tremendously nice person.
I've heard that about her, too, because she spent a lot of time on 38, so I think a lot of locals have run into her down there.
Yeah. By the way, the Verbo ads that are running during the games, those seem like they're national ads. They're running in what I usually consider national commercial blocks.
I haven't noticed. So they're Verbo for 38?
They're Verbo ads, and then they say it's the easiest way to 30A in the ad.
Interesting.
It's
so
crazy.
you think that's running nationally?
I don't know. It could be a tag. You know, there's a lot of tags on the back end. I haven't really noticed that. But, I mean, it is a massive destination now. Like,
boy,
all of Dallas comes there.
They can't fit anybody else there.
Yeah,
There's
they
no
really
reason to
can't.
be advertising it.
Yeah, because I'm looking right now. You know, it's Jack's final spring break, and I was looking this morning at places, and everything's ridiculous.
Yeah. I just, I've been noticing that, during the Super Bowl, it was a national break. It wasn't a local break. I'm tuned enough in television to know what national and local breaks look like.
Right.
It was a national break, and it was like your easiest way to 30A.
Second down.
Burt Reynolds would have been 90 years old. What is your favorite Burt Reynolds movie? I've got 3 that I really liked, and Smokey and the Bandit's not one of them for me.
Smokey and the Bandit. I think it's Smokey and the Bandit.
It's Smokey and the Bandit or the porn movie where he was the
Boogie Nights, Jack Horner.
Yeah. I mean, that's a good movie.
Oh, it was a great movie.
Yeah.
I know it was completely ripped off from the Wonderland Murders. Paul Thomas Anderson ripped that off. But, I mean, he was great as Jack Horner. He was nominated for Best Supporting Actor. I think he won a Golden Globe for that role.
So those two. But I would go Smokey and the Bandit.
I would go Boogie Nights the best, but I think Deliverance was fantastic.
Never seen Boogie Nights. I've never seen Deliverance. So I don't know.
And then Sharky's Machine is a very underrated with Raquel Welch or Rachel Ward, excuse me.
Where he's racing?
No, he's a vice cop.
Oh, okay.
In Atlanta, and it was when the blind stuntman jumped out of I forgot what building that is, the Westin, I think. It was like at that point the biggest free fall in a stunt
ever.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's good though. Sharky's Machine. He gets his fingers cut off, but.
You might have been thinking
in the movie,
of,
not in real life.
Yeah, in the movie. He's dead. I mean, fingers probably gone now anyway.
You might have been thinking of a Cannonball Run, Jim.
Yeah. Cannonball Run, yeah.
Was that when they were trying to recapture the glory of Smokey and the Bandit?
Probably.
Well, the Cannonball Run's a real race. It's an
yeah, I'm aware. It came through one time, believe this or not. Dunaway and I were doing a show from the Bryant Museum in Tuscaloosa after an Alabama news conference. And the Cannonball Run, do they have to like make stops and get things?
Yes.
The Bryant Museum was on their path. So the whole time, so me and Dunaway, the inside of the Bryant Museum was where we normally did the show, but it was so nice. It was like in the fall, like, let's do it outside. It's a nice day. So we're outside the entire show. All these cars.
I got to be honest.
You remember this?
Oh, yeah.
I've seen the movie, and I think I might have seen 2 as a kid because it was one of those things that came on HBO. I didn't know it was a real thing. Is it still going on now?
I believe Cannonball is still going on.
Well, the only reason I bring
It's
this
like
up,
a real low-key thing.
We're talking about bracket challenge yesterday during our meeting. The 2 losers have to Cannonball Run it.
Ooh.
I'd be down for that.
Okay.
That would be fun. Good luck not getting arrested.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, who cares? I mean, the pub for there.
Wait a minute. Let's dial that back.
Yeah, I mean, it's a misdemeanor.
All right,
but you're
this is
supposed
officially
to.
the bracket challenge.
I mean, it is a.
We want to win.
It is a race, but it's not a race. You don't break the laws. You're not speeding and all that. It's something about.
But you can.
You can,
Traditionally,
but
they do. They go
you have to.
180 down
Depends
the
on how much.
interstate.
But if I get pulled, it's the old tortoise in the hare, Jim. If I'm speeding, which I would be the one doing it, and I get pulled over, you're going to pass me. I mean, I take a risk by speeding. You got to.
Are you saying that I wouldn't be driving? You do it as teams.
Oh.
You have a partner.
No, but I would put him behind the wheel just of how aggressive. Now it's one of I'm gonna have to take an edible just to relax because
It's a 3,000-mile run. You got to trade out.
We're not going to do 3,000.
But I'll say this: like I've knock on wood, I've ridden with you a lot. And I think you have. You've never been pulled over.
Thank you.
I don't know how.
Cue him getting arrested today.
Will you look into this for us, Jeeves? I think this might be something that would be fun.
But
we
already,
get a ton of content.
This is our problem. Already, he's like, well, we're not going to do 3,000 miles. Well, then we're not doing the Cannonball Run.
Okay, we'll do 3,000 miles then. If you'll remember, pre-COVID, I had lost the bracket challenge. All right, this is before you were on the show, Jeeves. One time, I sent out a tweet about how they play the play-in games in the NCAA tournament at some Cracker Box Arena in Dayton, Ohio. And all of Dayton got pissed at me. The mayor, the state senator, all these people. So I'm getting destroyed on Twitter by Dayton people, right? So I lost the bracket challenge, and I was going to have to do the 8-state challenge, I think it was, or 10-state challenge, dressed as Burt Reynolds from Smokey and the Bandit. And we had arranged it so it could end in Dayton, Ohio, and I had to get on TV on CBS during one of the games. And then COVID hit, so they didn't play the games. So this is kind of a throwback to that. We could go back to that.
Here's an idea. If I can get this sponsored, it doesn't cost the company any money.
Okay.
Then
more
three
importantly,
of us,
speaking for Maggie, more importantly, me.
Yeah. Nobody pays any money.
Let's the 3 of us go out, and the way it works is the winner gets to fly forward. We have it mapped out whether it's 4 or 5 days. The winner is in the hub every day, and then he flies from LA to Salt Lake City, and then he meets the 2 drivers in Salt Lake, and I'll set it up where we've got venues to do shows for all of it.
I am all in. I'm all in on that. Sounds like a fun trip.
So traditionally, the Cannonball Run starts at the Red Ball Garage in New York City, and you go west to the Portofino Hotel out in Redondo Beach, California, for a total of about 2,800 miles.
Well, let's just come up with our own path.
Well, that's not Cannonball Run.
Tyler.
I mean, we do get to see the entire country. I think it's great content. I think we can get sponsors involved.
Yeah.
And it's a dead time of year. I mean, when is it? Well, now, as soon as he's going to say September.
Yeah, it's going to be October through.
It's football
Because
season.
it was during football season when we were doing the show.
Oh, wait a minute. He wants us in the actual Cannonball Run?
In May is when it's traditionally ran.
Okay.
When is it?
May.
Oh, wait a
Oh,
quick
that
turnaround.
works perfect.
Oh, yeah.
Quick
We can do
turnaround.
that.
Okay. I'm in.
What does it cost to get registered?
Well, it's not sanctioned.
Okay, so nothing.
So nothing.
Oh,
we just need
Yep.
a car that we can get from Red Ball Garage to Portofino
Well,
Hotel.
Hey,
we're gonna have to-
Toyota.
Do you think there's a Toyota we could find that could get us there?
We could find
Let's
one.
get a Supra and
Oh yeah.
take the governor off the Supra.
What's that one you're gonna buy? What is it
Oh
called?
yeah, I want the GR86. It's kind of like halfway in between a Corolla and a Supra.
Okay.
So Too Fast, Too Furious?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay, you got a little tail on the back of that
There you
thing?
go.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Okay, we'll work on this.
Or
I
a
like
Johnston
this.
RV.
Third down.
Thomas
I want
Edison.
Johnson
across
RV. I
the
don't want to drive an
country.
RV 3,000
And it's
miles.
like
Yeah,
a
we get
cannonball
smoked.
run.
Thomas Edison would have been 179. Better career, Thomas Edison or Thomas Brady?
If you've, it's Thomas. Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Tom Brady. Thomas Edison, fascinating movie, The Current War, where they're trying to all take credit for who harnessed electricity first.
You know how many inventions he had?
That's what I was
doing
about
this
to.
yesterday.
I was going to pull it
And
up.
I
was
think
like,
it's on my memory from yesterday, 1,049. I think that's the number.
How many big ones?
And it's only the fourth most trademarks ever. Like
Yeah.
there's 3 people that have more than 1,000 inventions
Okay,
in front of him.
Now he had a company that was basically his job was to invent
That's right.
things, but he invented the telegraph and then the telephone.
Somebody would have done it.
Those are big. No. We're not going to play that game. Those are big ones. Somebody could have won Tom Brady Super Bowls too.
Okay.
Oh, not 6 of them.
Okay, think about this in the history of things. How about the phonograph? Was that important?
Record player.
Yeah.
Yeah. He invented that.
He did,
Okay.
yep.
Tom Brady's got how many Super Bowl championships?
He's got
7.
6.
Okay. 6. Okay. We're up to 2.
I
No,
thought
does he have 7?
Graham Bell made
7.
the telephone.
Alexander Graham Bell made the first phone call. He figured
No,
out how
I
to
think
use it.
he invented
Yeah, so
the
we're
phone.
taking it. But telegraph is big, so that's 2. Telegraph and phonograph.
Telegraph.
Give me something that ain't in graph.
The Slinky?
He invented the microphone the
Big for
carbon
us.
telephone microphone that eventually was used in Alexander Graham Bell's telephone. Couldn't have happened without him.
Microphone
The
invention,
phonograph.
big for us. All right, phonograph. All right, that's 2.
The electric light.
Okay, that's 3. That's big.
That counts as 1.
Yeah, well, Brady only could play 1 Super Bowl a year.
Electric power distribution, the ability to take electricity and run it from point A to point B.
Feels
He
like that
invented
falls
That's-
under the light bulb, but we're going to go for it.
Yeah, that's big.
That's huge. We depend on that today, too.
How does the controversy around Edison potentially stealing a lot of his ideas from Nikola Tesla play into this?
That's a
Well,
big
I mean, this is
controversy.
Deflategate and it's Spygate.
Yeah, Edison's not going to go in the Hall of Fame on the first ballot. That's what we're learning.
He invented the way we use cement. He invented cement.
That's big. That's 5. He's getting close to Brady.
It is. I mean, going from cement to a diamond on vinyl to get sound is.
I mean, listen, literally Alabama Asphalt is the sponsor of this segment. So cement is big.
X-rays.
Okay, I will go Thomas Edison.
Yeah.
Rechargeable batteries.
Yeah, Thomas Edison.
Motion pictures.
Okay.
All right, Jim, you can stop.
Yeah.
Tom Brady's dead now.
Yeah.
Submarines.
He invented the submarine?
Yep.
How did he do
Had
that?
the idea. Yep.
Some bitch had too much time on his hands.
Did he just make like the patent for it?
I mean, he had the
just, like,
idea.
designed
Jim
it?
said, like,
You know
I've
what
got ideas.
Tommy Edison didn't do? Watch Netflix. Didn't play golf.
Rubber. He invented rubber.
Well, that's huge.
4th down.
Okay, this is more in Dunaway's wheelhouse.
Stephon Diggs says,
I don't need no Thomas Edison.
Tom Brady for
What's
me.
one of those? Jennifer Aniston, 57 today.
Yes.
If I ask you better career, Jennifer Aniston or the other 5 friends combined?
Jennifer Aniston.
Yeah, it
for
is
me.
Jennifer Aniston.
Yeah, I mean, Courtney Cox makes it a little different just because
Yeah.
she has done some standalone.
LeBlanc has done some sitcom stuff. Schwimmer has done a little more like theatrical acting, but not a ton.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Matthew
probably,
Perry was in
He
a
was
couple
the
of.
giraffe in
Yeah, Madagascar was probably his biggest
But
role.
you're right, Perry was.
Matthew Perry did a couple of
Yeah.
romantic comedies.
But they were terrible.
That were,
Yeah.
well, Whole 9 Yards.
That's a good flick. I like that.
And,
Yeah, it's not bad.
And then one with a.
He was in a show you and I like that got canceled. What was that? Studio 60 on the Sunset Strip or something?
something like that.
Yeah,
Aaron
very long,
Sorkin.
very long title.
Yeah, it was an Aaron Sorkin thing.
Yeah.
It was a movie where he obviously is a white American and he's marrying into a Hispanic family in Vegas. And
Oh yeah, it's I haven't seen it, but it's
a
not
really good movie.
Penelope Cruz. It's Salma Hayek.
yeah, Selma Hayek.
Wow, that's a win for him.
Really good movie.
I like Selma
Really
Hayek.
good movie.
But I mean, it is kind of crazy if you would have gone back when that show was in its heyday and you were like, "Hey, one career is going to be better than 5 combined."
Yeah, but it's true, I think.
Well, right now, Friends is on somewhere in the world every second of the day.
Oh, I don't doubt that.
Oh,
And
I believe it.
Perry's Estate and everybody else cashing in on it.
That is our 4 Downs today, brought to you by our friends at Central Alabama Asphalt. And part of the show today being brought to you by our friends at Champy's World Famous Fried Chicken. They bring you the final hour of the show. The show's not done yet. We got a whole nother segment to do, including trash, with about 17 minutes to do it. If you're in a hurry and you want to eat lunch, you can do it at Champy's Chicken. Go by there and get that tamale, the hand-cut chicken fingers. Now, the chicken's cooked to order. They don't drop it until you make the order. It's brined overnight. It's all delicious. Champy's Chicken, Highway 119 in Alabaster.
We interrupt this program for breaking news from the Gators of the litigation situation. Insurance companies have a playbook. I repeat, insurance companies have a playbook. Deny, delay, defend. They know which law firms will fold and settle cheap. They are not on your side. That's corporate greed at work. At Alexander Sonara Trial Attorneys, we fight back. We have the resources, the muscle, and the will to take them on. And you don't pay a dime unless we win. They fight dirty. We fight hard. Call 659-777-7777 or hit up alexwins.law.
Physical office location, Birmingham.
Sterling and the fine folks at Champy's Chicken on Highway 119 in Alabaster want to welcome you in for a great lunch or dinner starting at 11 a.m. every day. Chicken that's brined overnight and cooked to order, and the taste of the Delta with those Delta recipe tamales. Champy's is perfect for all your tailgating needs this football season. You can also choose Champy's for your next party, wedding, or birthday. Great food, great people. Champy's Chicken on Highway 119 in Alabaster, and everything online at champyschicken.com.
Hey, for all of your IT and printing needs, reach out to our friends at Xerox Business Solutions. Look, I'm still one of those old school guys. I print my notes every single day for the show. If you watch the show here on the next round, you see all the notes in front of me. From day one, Xerox Business Solutions, they've been with us here at the next round. Local for over 45 years. For all of your IT and printing needs, visit XeroxBusinessSolutions.com or call 205-969-3000. That's 205-969-3000.
To everyone who craves a fresh meal made just for you, let our team member Jacob share what's special about Culver's.
In Wisconsin, our food comes from the heart, and taking the time to handcraft your meal with care is how we've always done it at Culver's. It's why your Butterburger doesn't touch the grill until after you order.
Come to Culver's and let us serve you a Butterburger made special just for you. From Wisconsin with love, welcome to Delicious.
Hey, let me tell you about our friends at Urology Centers of Alabama. Compassionate and comprehensive urological care with 35 physicians, 17 locations across Alabama. Their patient-centered approach to all of your urological needs. Remember, they've got that new men's health center. It is beautiful, helping men with a wide range of sensitive male issues in a comfortable environment. You can always go online, visit urologycentersalabama.com, schedule an appointment with one of their many urologists today. Hey, there's nothing worse than waking up to a plumbing problem. Don't get caught in a flooded house. Call the guys at Hemp Hill Services. Adam, Chad, and the team at Hemp Hill are the only ones I trust to fix it and fix it right the first time. Hemp Hill Services does it right and always at a fair price. For all of your plumbing, cooling, and heating needs, trust the name that Birmingham has trusted since 1954. That is Hemp Hill Services. Call now, 205-229-2090. That's 205-229-2090.
Remember the name Way to Wellness if you're battling weight loss in your life. I'm Jim Dunaway from the next round. There was a time I was over 216 pounds until Way to Wellness helped me lose 45 pounds, and now for over 2 years, they've helped me keep that weight off. Here's their website, aplanforme.com, aplanforme.com. That's a great name for a website because there's no cookie-cutter plan. Everything is designed specifically for you. No contract, no sign-up fees, and your first consultation is free at Way to Wellness.
It's bow time. The Bojangles Chicken Rice Bowl is back. Get dirty rice, slow-cooked Cajun pintos, cheese, and your choice of chicken for just $7.49. But order now. It's only here for a limited time. It's bow time. It's bow time. The Bojangles Chicken Rice Bowl is back. Get dirty rice, slow-cooked Cajun pintos, cheese, and your choice of chicken for just $7.49. But order now. It's only here for a limited time. It's bow time.
We were looking at the Cannonball Run. There's no way we're going to win this thing. I think the record is 31 hours and 4 minutes, a three-man team nonstop.
Well, and you said they were topping out at 130 miles an hour?
157 was their highest speed.
That's a hard pass for me, dog.
One team did it 98 miles per hour on average, 182 miles per hour, multiple tanks, and the record had an airplane that was flying ahead and scouting for police patrols.
Yeah.
Damn, they put some resources into this.
So, Brooks, you're going to have to be in the helicopter ahead of us.
No, it's a serious question. Has anybody ever died doing the Cannonball Run? I mean, the answer's got to be yes,
it's gotta
right?
be yes. Yeah.
I'm sure if I go to
I
the
don't
bottom
think
of
so.
Wikipedia.
The Cannonball Run has always been like a
family friendly.
Well, not family friendly, but like don't be an idiot. Like everybody be safe.
Wait, they were going 150 miles an hour.
Yeah, 150 miles an hour on open road is
fast.
Yeah, it's
This
fast,
ain't the
but there's
Autobahn.
nothing you can hit.
It was dangerous.
It is dangerous.
You blow a tire going 150, what happens?
Yes, that you gotta know when how much wear your tires have if you're going on the Cannonball Run and doing 150.
They also do a Cannonball Run in Australia where 4 people died in 1994.
Well, that's Australia. That's just consequences of living there.
Yeah, I mean, you got out of the car to go pee and got stung by something that killed you. Speaking of which, if I'm in the car, occasionally I got to stop and pee. I'm sorry.
No, it's all good. I do too.
Okay.
I probably got a worse bladder than you.
Trash Today brought to you by our friend Basketball Tonight, by the way, Alabama. We talked about that a lot in the first 2 hours of the show. Talked about Auburn's loss last night in the first hour of the show. Charles Barkley earlier in the show. You get that podcasted wherever you get our podcast, Apple and Spotify. The Trash Today brought to you by our friend Alexander Shannara, trial attorneys.
Shannara.com, Shannara.com. That is the place to go. You know by now Alexander Shannara handles personal injury claims. What you might not know is that there are many other claims that he handles, not just personal injury claims, fire and storm damage claims, bad drug and device claims, workers' compensation claims, all of that right there at Alexander Shannara Trial Attorneys. When you find yourself in need of an attorney for any reason, call Shannara.com. You don't pay a dime unless they win your case. Alexander Shannara Trial Attorneys, Shannara.com.
And our friends at Hoover Toyota, if we do this.
The official vehicle of our Cannonball Run is going to be a Hoover Toyota.
Yes.
Wait a minute. How are we going to get it back to them? Because we're going to end in California.
We're going to sell it to them.
We're just going to sell
We're
it
going to sell it. We're going to sell it for them with 3,100.
I didn't think about that.
How are we going to get it to New York?
No, what if we? I mean, surely they Hoover Toyota. We got plenty of time to work on this. They could set up with a dealership out there where we just leave it in a trade with them or something.
Yeah, it's going to be a hard sell on, hey, we need your car. We're going to try to do this
we're going to drive
this cross-country race where people are going 150 miles an hour.
3,500 miles.
But if you're just looking for a great, reliable car, safe,
if your
holds
life
its
is a Cannonball
value,
Run.
Hoover Toyota, fine sponsor here, our exclusive auto dealer serving Birmingham, Alabaster, Vestavia, new, used car financing, auto service, genuine Toyota parts. They've been perfecting the art of customer service for over 20 years now with their philosophy to give information to their customers. When you shop with Hoover Toyota, they want to make sure you're a customer for life. That's why they offer the red carpet program, give you ways to let your friends and family experience an amazing shopping experience with their referral program. Stop by, see the great staff, Scott, Harold, all the fine folks there, located Highway 150 past the Galleria, or you can view their inventory and great pricing online. Go to hoovertoyota.com.
Did you hurt your hand?
It's large. It's large. I was able to get the whole thing in my mouth, though.
LT's Trash is presented by Bud Light.
Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Our friends at Bud Light. We start first. A creative rental property is giving Manitobans a chance to check spend a night in jail off their bucket lists without having to acquire a rap sheet.
Clearly, for me, not on the bucket list.
I'm going to tell you, this is not an exciting thing.
No.
A decommissioned police station in McCreary, Manitoba, has turned into an Airbnb known as the Jailhouse. Now, the getaway includes 2 original jail cells converted into bedrooms with the authentic cell bar still intact. Other amenities include indoor parking, coffee bar, and a guard station that's been converted into a kitchen. Now, Rose Peliquin, the owner of the Jailhouse, quote, "I've set it up to be as comfortable as possible in the 680 feet that is there. When we're finished converting the breathalyzer fingerprinting room into a living room, we'll have a couch in there that'll sleep 2 more. At the moment, it sleeps 6. Now, Peliquin and her husband, Harvey, first went to see the property a few years ago when it was up for sale. When looking around, Peliquin realized she and her husband could live in part of the building while also renting out the jailhouse area to guests.
Dunaway told me one time you in Cincinnati went to a steakhouse?
I think it was called the Precinct.
Yeah, it's an old jail?
Yeah, I'll check that.
It sounded cool.
It was delicious.
And you said the booths were like in the old cells, right? That's where you'd sit in a booth? They had it built in the old cells?
Yes. It was individual dining rooms, and there were different cells for the Precinct in Cincinnati. Have we ever been to Cincinnati for anything on the show?
I've never been.
Not on the show. It could be one of our stops in the Cannonball Run, but I have been to Cincinnati.
Yeah.
I like Cincinnati. It's a cool little
The
town.
Precinct by Jeff Ruby. So you like him.
It's Jeff Ruby.
And here it is, the old jailhouse.
It looks cool.
And Cincinnati's originally upscale steakhouse.
I know Atlanta did a bar from a former church. I don't know if that's sacrilegious or not.
Tabernacle? Was that what it was called?
No. I mean, the Tabernacle could have been an old church. It was called church or the church.
The church?
Yeah.
Yep. And there's what one of the cells looks like, that you have a dining area in there.
Yeah, I like it. It's cool.
It's a cool idea. Yeah, I would not want to sleep there.
A Maryland paramedic. Let me ask you guys if this is island worthy, okay? Maryland paramedic is facing nearly 24 criminal charges. Christopher Carroll is accused of urinating in various places at his workplace, including the refrigerator and a pot of chili.
That is an affirmative for me.
Yeah.
Right to the island.
Now, according to defense attorney Seth Oken, he said this at the Carroll hearing on Thursday, quote, "Everyone wants to know why. I don't have the ability to answer that question right now." Now, the 36-year-old suspended paramedic with the Baltimore County Fire Department is accused of filming himself at work while in uniform, purposely leaving his body fluids, including urine, all over the workplace. Now, investigators said locations included on his supervisor's keyboard, in a refrigerated communal coffee creamer, at the public safety building, and in the large ice maker. You might just want to shoot this guy.
Yeah, we don't need him in public anymore, that's for sure.
Yeah, prosecutors said Carroll, quote, urinated into the ice, wiped on a scoop, and used the scoop to mix the urine throughout the ice in the ice maker before making a thumbs up gesture to his camera. In court, Carroll's defense argued he had no criminal record, and he self-surrendered earlier this week.
Don't really care about those two details, to be honest with you.
Father didn't want to talk about the 23-year-old criminal charges and the long list of additional allegations that came out during the Bell hearing. Now they say
This is. I mean, obviously, I don't think anybody died, but risking so many people's health.
Yes.
These are serious charges.
Oh, the guy's got hepatitis or something?
Yeah,
No.
you never know.
State said there's more on video showing Carroll also contaminating a carton of orange juice, hand soap in the bathroom, someone's chapstick, can of vegetables, air conditioning vent in the firehouse, and a can of scented room spray in the doctor's office waiting room.
Yeah, no,
a can of air freshener.
Yeah.
So,
You know why he did it? In an effort to make money selling subscription services to his personal site.
Yeah, Dunaway definitely Island, and I think Island might be too kind for this guy.
That's what I said. It's straight bullet.
Yeah, I mean,
this guy would terrorize everybody else we put on the island.
Yeah. Well, that's the purpose of the island.
Oh, they can weed their way out.
That's right.
Until we start really holding serious accountability for people who are doing things on social media just to get things that are harmful to other people, they're going to continue. So
no, don't you think, like, Dunaway, in a situation like this, to your point there, like, I found you guilty, the sentence is 10 years, and we're going to add another 10 because you videoed it. Like, almost make it a bigger sentence. Like, if you do this stuff just for video, the sentence is bigger.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah.
And listen, I understand my compassion would probably take over. And, when I met the guy and he would be forgiving. I was young. I made a stupid mistake, but
I'm with Lance. Yeah, thumbs down.
Man, that's rough.
It's not one mistake. It's like purposely going and literally spraying the board of the entire
facility. If he just did it because he hated everybody he worked with, it's bad enough. The fact he was doing it because he was doing it for video, for cred.
Yeah, like if he's got one of those terrible bosses and he won the lottery and he went and took a shit on the guy's keyboard, I can get past that.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a pretty amazing story. We've got a drug dealer who rigged his house with booby traps after being inspired by the Christmas classic Home Alone. He has now been jailed for 7 years. The details of this, pretty amazing. This is Ian.
So this guy has got 7 years. Now, let's use
right.
this in comparison to the other guy.
I know.
This is Ian Clatton. He used tripwires and homemade pipe bombs to protect his drug business from would-be intruders. Now, this is his own property.
He's only getting 7 years, and he's known drug business?
But it's his property. Let me go through it, and we can debate it.
He's securing his
Now,
drugs.
This is around 100 homes. This is where it becomes a problem. In Grimethorpe, a former pit village in South Yorkshire, had to be evacuated in May of 2024 as police searched 3 neighboring houses connected to Cloughton and his ex-wife. They found a series of traps as well as homemade flamethrower, large quantities of cannabis, amphetamines, and cash. Mr. Clayton, who was jailed for 7 years, deemed a drug dealer, used these weapons, quote, to protect his cannabis growing operation. Now, his ex-wife, Leslie, sentenced to 21 months in prison, suspended for 2 years. Ian told police that explosives were crow scarers used by farmers, which he had inserted into plastic piping and in one instance into a bag of paint. Stun gun found behind the fridge. Homemade flamethrower was discovered in a workshop. Other weapons found on the property included 2 high-powered air guns, a crossbow. Large amount of cash was also discovered, including $27,000 sewn into a sofa.
The fashion here is what I can't get past. I mean, that's probably the biggest violation of this entire story.
That's a look.
Guy is wearing what appears to be cut-off sweatpants, Crocs with black socks, suspenders on said cut-off sweatpants,
and a black wife
holding
beater.
his pants up over a black wife beater.
Go Gators. Go cure cancer.
And the best part is he's got like high socks with
Pushed
his
down.
Crocs, and he just pushed them all
I
the
mean,
way
that
down.
is as bad. Like, every piece of that outfit is awful. Like, every piece. And he's like, I'm just going to put them all together.
Yeah, this guy is deranged.
Yeah,
if you see anybody in this outfit on the street, you walk the other way.
Yeah, any piece of that outfit worn independently is bad.
Is that a fire extinguisher?
Not a very good one, it doesn't appear.
Or is that putting fuel on the fire?
It looks like it's spraying diesel.
Yeah, because a lot of people will be cheering for the flame at this
Hey, on
point.
the other side of that container, the shipping container, is that like a water slide?
It looks like a water
or-
park, yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Piece of work.
Yeah. There's a bicycle he's never been on.
And finally, David Rush is a prolific Guinness World Record holder, has reclaimed the title for the longest time balancing a chair on his chin.
Good, man. We needed this.
This time holding the pose for more than an hour and 20 minutes. Now, Rush's latest achievement comes after losing the record to another competitor who edged past his previous mark. Determined to regain the title, Rush embarked on months of targeted physical preparation, focusing on strengthening his neck and upper body to withstand the strain required for the attempt. Quote, over the past months, I've been training specifically to rebuild strength and endurance in the neck. It is quite literally a pain in the neck. This record places constant load on the jaw, neck, and upper spine, and there is no moment of relief once the chair is in position. Every second requires active control. Now, during his December 2024 attempt, Rush surpassed the standing record 1 hour and 19-minute mark, ultimately stopped the clock at 1 hour, 20 minutes, and 30 seconds.
That's a waste of 1 hour, 20 minutes,
sure is.
and 30 seconds. But I hope you enjoyed it.
Well,
Not only that, but the time he spent practicing.
Oh, yeah,
Imagine how practice went.
Yeah.
Just balancing for a minute.
How long
and
was it that
falls on
time,
your
baby?
face.
What I mean, at the beginning, was somebody throwing balls at him or
That's-
something?
that's
They're getting
what it
stuff
looked like, yeah.
It looked like there was a pickleball game right in the middle right there. Watch the guy. He's got a right there.
Yeah, the ball rolls between his legs.
And then some guy, is he doing this at the Y? And this old cat with, again, bad outfit.
Sorry, dude.
Comes and cleans it up. And now watch the other old boy that comes in. He's got a paddle in his hand. Watch right here. He's going to come in from the left side. He's got a paddle in his hand.
But I do think it
I did
obviously
notice
helps
it
with the
the first time I watched
concentration.
Yeah. Obviously, you can concentrate, no doubt.
Yeah, crazy. That's Trash Today, and that's our show. Thanks for being with us today. We're back with you tomorrow, 9 a.m. Central Time. Reaction from Bama on the road in Oxford this evening. And can Florida continue their hot streak with tricky Georgia? Mike White with a contract extension. And a raise over with the Georgia Bulldogs. All that coming up on tomorrow's show. More college football as we always count down. Until next time, God bless you and God bless America.